describes acts of extreme violence in graphic detail and may include discussions about demonology and the occult, topics that caused widespread panic during the 1980s. This content may not be suitable for children under the age of 50. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Previously on Grog Talk.
So roll, we got to do D15.
Okay. D15. Oh, see, that's why I struggle with this stuff. Oh, so I just don't do, that's how I do it.
You can't do a D20.
I can do a D20. I just ignore the 16 through 20.
Okay, that's fine.
It's, don't even say it. It was a 17. Don't say it. Not a word. Not a word. 17, 18.
Too bad you're not rolling the hit. So, yeah.
Can you see like Biden and Trump playing D&D first
Right.
edition?
This game would be the best, the most beautiful game ever. Beautiful game. My game, the best. It's the best game. Oh, 20. Yes, I got a 20.
Yeah, double damage.
Double damn.
Right.
I did match crit. That's it. That strike was perfect. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful strike.
It's gonna be dead presidents because we can't get into politics.
All right, so that's what it'll be called, the Dead Presidents episode.
Game, yes. Special. Dead Presidents game.
Yep.
Special edition of Incomprehensible Death. Dead Presidents. Like, oh man, I got McKinley. Who's left? McKinley. Last one to get picked. I'll take Kennedy.
I'll
take Lincoln.
Hardin.
I'll take Washington. Who'd you get? Yeah.
I got Taft.
Weren't you Hardin? Yeah. Right. Research for you, James.
I'd be Eisenhower.
Oh, you're returning.
That's right.
That's all you'd be running around saying, I have returned.
No, I think MacArthur returned.
Oh, wait, you're right. I'm so sorry.
Welcome to the Grog Talk with your hosts, Dan and James.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Snuggle on up here.
Welcome to Grog Talk. I'm James.
I'm Dan.
And actually, this is going to be Dan's financial advice. We were just talking about financial advice just before this. Do you want to continue that conversation, or are we done with that?
That's it already takes us an hour to actually get to first edition AD&D. We don't want to slow it down.
So where are we from today, Dan?
You tell me, James, by rolling a D50.
Oh, the D50. That's right.
Wait, I'm sorry. Unless somebody has emailed you or Discorded you, I don't know what they call that.
I'm not aware of that.
Told you where they want the show to be from.
I think the first time someone did, remember, I think we took advantage of it, but then since then, I don't think we've had anyone take us up on that.
Then I will need you to roll a D50 so we can figure out where we are.
Right now, it's just Shannon.
Wait, look, this too much. We have one viewer, one person.
Shannon's out
One.
there right now.
We're down to one.
Down to one.
I mean, I forget. Shannon should get some sort of award,
Right?
Shouldn't he? The
That's
Angry
right.
Monk.
He should get one. He's the only one out there, because.
That's horrible.
Well, and it's funny because I actually put out the notice pretty early for me. You know, usually I sometimes do it the same morning. I did it last night. I put something on Discord. I put something on this.
Yeah.
Only Shannon pays attention. So thank you, Shannon. Appreciate you being out there.
Yeah. All right.
That's why we use your dice.
Roll a D50.
7.
There's nothing like doing a show knowing one person is. Does this change the vibe? Can we be a little looser?
I think so. No one cares. Are you feeling cheated? Is this being entertained?
This is the fewest people we had watching our show since our first episode. Okay,
Right.
what did you roll?
I rolled a 7.
7. We are from, wait a second, Kobe's Corner in Pensacola?
Wow.
Have we been here?
I don't think so.
Okay. We are from Kobe's Corner in Pensacola, Florida. It is 110 Halifax Place, 904-434-7606. James, I will give you $10 if you call that number right now. You can't, but what you can't do is you can't have anyone answering it. They can't hear them answering. You know what I mean? Because that's privacy. Okay, ready? Ask if this is Kobe's Corner. 904.
We're going to call him 8 o'clock in the morning.
I like this. This is a new. No, Pensacola. Isn't it 7 o'clock?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
434.
Can I just look this up to see if it is? But okay.
7606. And you're looking for Kobe's Corner.
904-434-7606?
904-434-7606. Kobe's Corner. And you can't get there. It's very early. It's very early. No one answers their cell phones anymore, you know?
No. This is great podcasting.
It's ringing. Oh, yeah, for people listening to what's happening. It's ringing. Is that Kobe's Corner?
No,
You can't do that.
they haven't said anything.
Nothing happened.
Hi, is this Kobe's Corner? If not, I'm sorry, this is the wrong number, but we were looking for Kobe's Corner. Thanks.
Okay.
So you owe me $10.
Shoot, I do. Oh, my wife is going to be really mad.
It's okay, you hold on to it.
Can I give an IOU?
Yeah, exactly. That's
Put it on the tab. Wait.
boo, boo.
Just take that out of my Grog Talk money. My patron money.
Ah, yes, of course. So now you want the patrons to pay for
Yes.
your
The show. That's
mystery.
part of the show.
Yes, okay.
That's a legitimate expense, isn't it?
Yes, I guess.
Okay.
I guess. So
I didn't think
Kobe's Corner is no more. It sounded. This
Well, they don't have the number. You don't know they're no more.
well, that's true.
Rude.
Why would they change their number? That's something in business. You're never supposed to change the numbers yet. But I would say that number is not Kobe's Corner because she had some name like Layla or something like Lola or something like that. So there you go.
And you didn't leave a message?
I did. Didn't you say, hey,
yeah, you did leave
I'm
a
looking for
message.
Kobe's Corner. If it's not, I'm sorry.
Okay, Kobe's Corner. So now I'm going to put Kobe's Corner. We're going to research this, right?
Yeah, okay.
Kobe's Corner.
For our 2 listeners who are out there right now.
Kobe's Corner. Kobe Japanese Steakhouse.
Yeah, it's a steakhouse.
It's a steakhouse now. Nope. All right. It's a steakhouse. Nope.
No D&D. Can you play D&D at the table where they're cutting up, you know know how they make the dragons out of the aluminum foil? Have you been to those steakhouse, Japanese steakhouse?
I've not been.
You've never been to one of a Japanese steakhouse where they cook right in front of you and they throw it in the hat?
I've not.
All right, we're going to have to go. So, that's like an American I'm sure that's not how it is in Japan, but they come here to entertain us dumb Americans and the chef cuts all the meat up. They fry it. They have this big table. You sit around, and they you order your food, and they bring it out, and they cook it in front of you. And then, anyway, your leftovers they bring, and they make like an origami of the. Okay.
I'm not impressed.
This is crickets.
I'm not impressed.
Nothing. All right, let's keep going for greeting. Hello, Fred. Hopefully everyone can hear us because it's awful quiet.
He needs applause. Someone else is on.
That's right.
Number 2.
Number three. There's 3 listeners.
Right.
Okay. All right. So moving on. GrogCon 2022. Goats and Druids.
Goats and Druids. That is the slogan. Is that the right phrase for that slogan?
Yes. Cheering crowd. The
Goats
slogan.
and Druids.
The theme. The theme of it.
The theme is Goats and Druids.
Dragons.
So you need to dress up as one of the 2.
Oh, dragon steak. There it is. Okay, someone is hearing me. That's good. Yes, either bring a goat or bring a druid,
Right.
or dress up as one. Cosplay.
Right. What happens at GrogCon?
It's at GrogCon, which is at a new venue, September 30th through October 2nd. I do need to update the website, but at least save your date. There's a new hotel we're going to. We're going to be an international drive. Very exciting. In the meantime, Grognard's Guild Online, which if you go out to our Discord, we have play-by-posts. We have people playing online. Tom has a game. If you want to start a game, all good stuff. Go out to our Discord or Meetup, and that's where you can find all this exciting information. Isn't that super exciting and fun?
I'm sorry. Yes.
Yes. I'm going to have to clap for myself. And speaking of exciting and fun, I'm going to show the map of the Grog Empire map. There it is in all its glory.
Beautiful. By Henry
That's right.
One of a member of the Grog Empire.
It's not award. What do they call the Master Henry? My aunt was very formal. She went to formal, and so when she would mail me a letter, it would be Master James.
Maybe she'd read The Hobbit.
She did, yeah, I guess. I don't.
Right. Master Samwise.
Yeah, Master Samwise. So it's like, a younger person. So Henry is is a little person, not because he's diminutive.
Let's just stop. It's only getting worse.
He's a young person, right? We just lost someone. Someone just dropped off after I said that.
These guys are terrible.
These guys are terrible.
So yeah, so we've got the Grog Empire map, and so you have until March 31st if you are a patron to.
If you're an active patron.
I'm sorry, thank you from the legal team. I'm getting this from the legal team. If you're an active patron, to select 3, you're only going to get 1, but you can select 3 different territories based upon the number. You can identify a name for each one, or the same name for all 3. James and I, after March 31st, very much like the basketball selection show, we will get together.
That's right.
We will decide who gets what regions.
Leveraging dark arts and other things, we will determine who gets what.
We will. And then we will have somebody drop the map.
Okay. Go-Delicious Travels. He is now in the Minnesota area, correct?
He, as best I know,
Right.
he is in the Minnesota area with the Scourge of the North. He will be attending the Dave Con convention, which is coming up, and also before that, he'll be attending, I was going to say Gen Con, Gary Con, which is sort of the new Gen Con.
Yes.
He will be attending Gary Con.
It's the alternative to Gary Con.
It is. And for those of you who do not know about Go-Delicious and his travels, Go-Delicious is a stuffed animal that we had here, and he is being sent around to patrons. So if you're not a patron, you don't need to be a patron. If you're anybody.
If you're anyone who listens to the show and is willing to show Go-Delicious a good time and then promise to send him to the next person,
yes,
wherever that is.
Yes, that's
so
right.
it could be prohibitively expensive. It
could be Menyon.
Right, which is in Japan.
Right. Then, yes, and you need to show him a good time. And Sonny really showed him a good time. And I like how Sonny's like offended that maybe he wasn't shown a good time.
No.
He's with the prior Bailey, because Sonny's like, not only did he show him a good time, but he like really seems to care about that goat now, don't you think?
Yeah, he took him back to my birthplace. He took him on the ferry. I mean, he has a better life. He had a better trip to New York than I did.
I wish Sonny was my dad.
Right. Can you adopt us?
Yes.
That would be great. So, anyway, that's a fun thing. So if you're interested, you send that to info@grogcon.com and say, I would like to kidnap and show Go-Delicious a good time. Speaking of exciting things, we can announce that Flipping and Turning number 7. Can you believe we have number 7 out? You can show it to people.
Can I?
It's over to the right.
Thank you. There it is. Yes. I shouldn't take it out of the bag because that reduces its value.
Yes,
is that correct?
Correct.
Flipping and Turning, there it is.
Number 7. If you're a patron, the PDF is available for you now. And the hard copies for those who have a subscription with Smoldering Dung Games, or you are a gold member or higher, it is available. It's coming your way. So go see it and enjoy all that is Flipping and Turning. And actually, Rob last night sent me that they have now a store, smolderinggames.com. They have an online store where you can pick up hard copies of the magazine.
I was going to say, it's not a brick and mortar store.
It's not a brick and mortar. It's not like what was that place called? The dungeon, the famous
Kobe's Corner.
Oh, Kobe's Corner, exactly. He should reopen Kobe's Corner. He should move to Pensacola because there seems to be a need there.
The Dungeon Hobby Shop.
The Dungeon Hobby Shop. That's
we
right.
should convince Lloyd to open up the Kobe's Corner, reopen Kobe's Corner, Pensacola. Don't you think?
I think Lloyd is a better businessman than we are, so I don't think he will do that. But we could ask, which, by the way, we definitely want to go out there and do that, spend time with him. So, okay, that's good too. Hey, look, we're up to 4 people.
Oh, we had dropped again?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it was right after I said diminutive, they stopped.
Yeah, it's probably Henry.
That was Henry. He was insulted.
You're a jerk.
He was insulted by our nonsense. So, Very good. We are ready for March of 1982. This is probably the fastest we've ever done that.
So, I really believe the two things I'm going to tell you about March of 1982, I'm going to tell you, I'll ask you, what is the number one song at this point, 40 years ago today? And I'm going to ask you, what movie was released in the U.S. on this very day?
On the 19th?
On the 19th, 1982. So let's start with song. And I think when you hear these two answers, you will agree that we have moved into the 1980s. Because remember I said 1980 had a very much 70s residue.
Right.
81 was sort of transitional. I think when you hear this, you'll realize we really are into the 80s now as you remember them. So best song. And yes, and you apparently, I learned this recently, you had a big crush on this person. Because it wasn't Olivia Newton-John. Apparently you didn't have a crush on her.
No.
You had a big crush on this person.
Who was it?
It's who you said last time. I said you had a big crush on her, and you said, oh, this person. I'm like, no. Well, yes, maybe you had a crush on her, but that wasn't the answer.
Oh, what did I say last time? I forgot. Let's see. Was it,
Because I was like, really?
who was it? I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Joan Jett.
Oh, Joan Jett. Yeah, Joan Jett. She was from the Runaways. She's great. Wrong buzzer for me. Joan Jett, I Love Rock and Roll?
That is correct, sir.
Oh.
That is the number one song.
Okay.
And it'll be number one for 7 weeks.
I mean, she was cute and in a rocker kind of way. I like rocker chicks. I'm wearing an AC/DC shirt.
She wasn't Lita Ford.
No, she wasn't. And actually, I didn't know Lita Ford until Lita Ford became Lita Ford.
Who was Lita Ford? Wait, Lita Ford was also in the
Runaways.
She was in the Runaways too.
Right, they were, but she didn't have her. She got more famous after. Mm-hmm. Her first album was more 2 or 3 years from now.
Oh, I guess that's right. Didn't she date Nikki Sixx?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she's dated a few
and
people.
Tommy Lee.
I'm pretty sure she's dated a few people.
Vince
No,
Neil.
she definitely dated Gene Simmons. I do remember that.
Wow. He had a lot to offer.
Oh, speaking of Lloyd, he's on. Hey.
Hey.
Lloyd,
Lloyd, we have an idea for you, Lloyd. Gene Simmons had a lot to offer. He brought a lot to a relationship,
apparently.
I think.
Apparently.
Lloyd, we have an idea for you. And this is Lloyd Braun, right? Lloyd is the owner of a game shop in Jacksonville and is now the owner of our
That's right,
local gaming shop,
Sci-Fi City.
Sci-Fi City.
Located on, was it Colonial and Cimarron, roughly?
Yes, and we have to do a commercial.
Yes, we do.
Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm James.
And we love the...
That's right, and we love needing D&D and other tabletop role-playing games, comics, and other things. Come to Sci-Fi City. Sci-Fi City! Sci-Fi City!
So we've got an idea for you.
That's right, Lloyd. Your business is going to take off.
Just trust us.
Ah, the Chamberlain's on. Everyone's coming. You know what the problem is?
Oh.
This is daylight savings time.
That's it.
That's
We were
it.
getting all upset and taking it personal. So it is Kobe's Court.
He's all ears. He'd love to do. Go ahead.
Lloyd, thank you, Lloyd. Yes, you just follow our advice. Kobe's Corner, because, we're responsible for him buying the local shop here. We told him to stop by there, and he's like, why are these guys talking about this place?
That's right.
This thing needs a makeover.
That's what Lloyd is. He's the extreme local game store makeover place.
He said, that'd be a great show.
That would be a great show. Extreme local game store makeover. That's right.
Another idea for you, Lloyd. We're full of something. Kobe's Corner in Pensacola, Florida.
Right. We called them just before you came on, and it was not them. So
well, we're not sure. You don't know. That's circumstantial evidence.
The number that was affiliated with this thing was not Kobe's Corner.
They did not answer Kobe's Corner.
They
did not say Kobe's Corner.
That's true.
When they answered it. You got a lot to learn about evidence, my friend.
Well, it's just you're trying to advocate a different position, that's all.
No, I'm not. Okay. So, 40 years ago, today, this movie was released.
Okay. And this was an 80s movie?
Yes. It was quintessential 80s. When you hear this...
16 Candles?
No, that's very quintessential 80s, too.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
I think Fast Times was like 1980, maybe late 70s. I don't know. Think teenagers and sex.
Porky's?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like how you said that immediately. Porky's.
Oh, because this is a horrible one. This is horrible for me because I saw this with my mother.
No. What?
She
What
wanted to go.
happened?
She wanted to go see it.
She did.
She wanted to see because she heard it was about the 50s, right? It was set
Yeah,
in the 50s.
yeah. It was set it was set in a Florida high school.
It
Florida
was.
high school
Why
kids.
So this was that time when you're watching a movie with if you have ever had that horrible experience of watching a movie with your parents.
I went to my parents. We went to Breakfast Club together, which wasn't too bad.
That's
but
not
that was also,
nearly as bad as
No,
yeah.
Porky's.
Yeah, where they have all kind. I can't even talk about it because again, we're kid friendly, but
I gotta tell you,
it was horrific.
Well, I thought the movie was actually pretty bad. I mean, it wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't that
It's
good.
ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. But my mother was like, that's probably how it was down here in Florida. Because again, New Yorkers really had a terrible idea that Southerners were just kind of baked from the sun kind of thing and acted crazy.
Were you in Florida at the time?
No, I was still in New York.
Oh, and so then that's why you guys moved to Florida.
I did. I thought that if this is how Florida is, I want to get here. Hurry up. Let's make it happen.
Were you disappointed?
Well, yes, I was. Look, I played D&D.
It didn't happen for you.
No, it did not happen like that.
They didn't let you into that crowd.
We're on the wrong. I was on the wrong coast, apparently.
Go back and watch the trailer. It's awful.
Really?
You'll remember something like, "Why do they call you meat?"
That's right.
Do you remember that? They
Yes.
all giggle.
That's right.
Oh boy. Okay.
That's right. That's
All
that's that and then it had the camp. They had the campy ending where all the good kids they go tear down the bar and I see the problem is this is just like Boss Hogg, whatever his name was the Boss Hogg was from Dukes of Hazzard, which again was another thing we thought was true life. That was like a documentary of the South.
Well, I went that far off.
So he was the good guy. How do they think he's the bad guy? He's giving them a service. He provided people throughout the area of a service that they needed. Just because he kind of messed with the rich kids, it was actually a class warfare movie.
I don't even remember. You talking about the Dukes of Hazzard?
No, well, Boss Hogg is from Dukes of Hazzard. I'm talking about the guy who ran Porky's.
Oh.
He provided a service and for the local community, which was illegal at the time, which, again, was a bad thing. So.
Wow, you got a good memory. I don't remember anything about that.
That's true. It would have been worse. Well, again, they go to Porky's to have a good time.
Oh.
And they get ripped off because they're a bunch of, rich kids from the thing, and and one of them gets beaten up because these guys are shady. Anyway, that's a long story.
You're way too.
I have
refined
it is
this.
burned in my brain because I'm sitting there with my mother watching it. It is horrific, and for some reason, my brother, who's older, did not go to this. I don't think it was just me and her. And this is 1982, so I'm like almost 13. I think we saw it later. It not when it was released. We saw it so I'm 13.
So were you like holding the popcorn bucket, and your mom's like, "Pass me the popcorn bucket." You're like,
No, I'm not passing the bucket.
I can't do that.
I'm not passing anything
I can't do
because
that.
it was horrific. It's still burned.
So
in my
you
head.
didn't. Yeah. So you really didn't get to enjoy it.
No, it was terrible because you can't show any emotion because if you do, then your mother's like, "Why do you find that funny, huh? What do you know about it?" Oh God.
Did you talk about it on the way home?
No, it was a quiet. And we didn't have a car. You walk in New York. You walk everywhere. So
yeah,
it's a walk of shame. It's like a walk of shame. You had to walk. It was terrible. And that was the same time. I think it was that time or the next time, where because people would be smoking weed there, and she'd be like, "What's typical mom? What's that smell?" I'm like, "Mom, shh, be quiet."
Wait, you went to see it again with your mom?
No, some other exactly. No, I saw.
Can we see it again? You both wanted to see it again, but neither one of you really wanted to admit it.
Oh, we went to some other movie, and she's like, "What's that smell? Oh, something's burning." I'm like, "Mom, shh, be quiet." I definitely was older. "Oh, can you smell that?" "Yes, we can." And she's like, "Mom, it's weed." "What?" "It's pot." "What?" "What? Pot." Shh. Yeah.
You guys in front, shut up.
Oh,
We're trying to smoke pot and watch the movie.
Oh, it was so bad.
Wow.
So bad. Welcome to the early '80s. Anyway, so that was the movie in that.
You got me feeling uncomfortable, and I wasn't even there.
It was totally.
Wow.
It was totally uncomfortable.
It's the 80s. I guess there were some bad things about the 80s.
Well, it was fine. I mean, once that was the hard part. So
All right.
anyhow, are we ready for Sage? That was it from March of '82? Because you did a little bit last time, so I guess that would be.
Nothing, no, I'm not going to announce the plane crash, the dictator being toppled, the kidnappings, the terrorism. No. I'm going just music. I'm doing what I remember. The Falkland Island War is starting. I'm doing what I remember, what I cared about at the time.
Okay.
which was Joan Jett and Porky's,
Exactly.
right? What would you want me to talk about the Falkland Island War? Or you want to talk about Joan Jett and Porky's?
Yes, I like Joan Jett and Porky's. That's
There you
better.
go.
All right, we're ready for Sage Advice. What do we do in Sage Advice, Dan?
You are in this segment of the show. One of us asks sage advice questions from Dragon Magazine, and we see if the person answering the questions is sagacious, like the real people who answered sage advice.
So I already warned Dan that today was going to be sad. And the next few ones are going to be sad because I don't know if he can see it. So there's good news and bad news.
I cannot.
The good news and bad news. Good news is I know the author of these answers.
No.
It is Roger Moore.
I love Roger Moore.
Right, so that's the good news. You're going to love that. The bad news is, let me show you what I can each.
The topic.
The topic is solid answers to astral questions.
Jan, you did this on purpose. It's because I brought up Porky's. So now everyone's uncomfortable.
Now everyone's going to be uncomfortable.
You know what you should title this on YouTube? Porky's in the Astral Plane.
Porky's in the astral plane. That's very good. I like that.
Well, I said and, but you can go with N if you want. I'll leave that to your discretion.
Ooh, I like that astral plane. Okay, so I'm going to ask you questions, and we will determine how sagacious you are in your answers.
Well, okay, let's do it.
All right, so you can't look over here.
I can't read that little type.
How about this? You can
yes,
read that.
I can. All right. No, I am looking away.
All right, so
No, wait a second. Hold on. I got to remember this. Astral plane,
Right.
highway, super highway
Right.
to the outer planes, not ethereal, which is around us. Got it. Super highway.
So I had gotten some help. There was an article. Did you read issue 67 in Dragon Magazine, which was about the astral plane? You should have read that beforehand.
Unfortunately, I did not. I did not know this was coming. So this is basically like showing up for an exam and you didn't prepare
Right.
for
Well,
it.
this is the whole point of this thing. So he gives
To
a few-
humiliate me.
Well, I think you do the same thing. So
I would.
He wanted to thank a number of people: Georgia Moore, Mark Cockerell, and Neil O'Kuhn proofread and reviewed the original draft. So there.
Somebody proofread the answers?
Yes.
Okay.
And Kim Mohan did a super job editing, and Gary got his comments in addition. So this
Wow.
is there's a whole lot of facts and people working on this. So you better get this right.
My gosh. Because what we had imagined was Skip Williams comes by and like flings something on your desk,
Right,
right?
that's
And
what we
says,
kinda
answer these. And you just write them.
Right.
Okay, no one looks at them. Okay.
So the first question, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Does the astral plane contact the elemental planes?
That's a great question. I would say the answer to this, I would say the astral plane goes to the outer planes. So, wait, can I look at, I can, well, I would have access,
you
right?
can refer to any of the books.
Thank you, because I'm going to the deities and demigods, because there is a picture somewhere, isn't there, of
Yes.
all of the planes. Okay, outer planes. Oh, inner planes. I'm going to say the answer to that. I'm going to say that's interesting. The elemental planes. I'm looking at figure number 1. There's the elemental planes. Oh, this is the inner planes.
Deities and demigods, yeah.
Yep, I'm looking at figure 1. I'm going to say the answer to that is no, because I believe that the astral plane simply connects the outer planes and the inner planes. I mean, I guess you can like hop off maybe. I'm going to say the answer to that is, oh, but does it have to pass by it? Hang on, I'm actually looking at the picture here. I'm going to say the answer, oh, it looks to be a no. Based on figure 3, I'm going to say the answer to that is no. Though I think, strangely, I feel like the answer is probably yes, but I'm going to say no.
Okay. Final answer?
Final answer is no.
Okay. Not as far as can be told from the literature. So congratulations. Ding ding to you, sir.
So I have already beat the over-under, which was 1/2.
Right, exactly.
1/2 right.
That's right. So, not as far as can be told from the literature, it was pointed out by the question of spell. So here's the follow-up to this. Spell users could summon walls of stone on the astral plane, as well as poison, gas, water, fireballs. Why would they not bring elementals as well? This was a hard point to resolve, is assume that the former sort of spells do not necessarily draw power from the elemental planes, and casting spells will also in Fireball is spontaneously creating material from nothing.
Wait, you're talking very fast. Okay, hold on. I want to learn.
Okay, so
what do they say?
The question then is, by another, if spell users could summon walls of stone, why not let them bring elementals? So in other words, when you conjure elemental, conjure water elemental, the question is you can't do that apparently.
Oh, so in other words, if I'm on the astral plane,
Right.
right? I'm assuming I'm on the astral plane.
Right, that's right.
I'm a magic user on the astral plane,
Yes.
and I want to summon,
Conjure elemental.
because they come from the elemental planes.
That's right.
I wouldn't be able to. Why can't I do that?
Because there's no way for them to get there. That's
Oh,
the
I
idea.
thought you just sort of like bleep bleep.
There's no, apparently the connection is
Oh.
not tenuous. It's not a direct link to it.
The summoning you actually need to have like it has to be like contiguous hexes.
Right.
You can't. Oh, I didn't even thought about that.
Well, this is part of, I think, did we talk about the outer planes? I feel like we've talked about everything. But once you get to the outer planes, spells that work, all the spells are written from the perspective of being cast on the prime material. Once you start moving to other planes, things start acting very strange. And in fact, there was a mechanical reason to do that, and a lore slash flavor reason. The flavor reason is because, again, there's things that would not work well on outer planes or in the astral plane. The other reason is to nerf the player characters from being super powerful. And that's one of the reasons, like if you go into Q1, which is probably one of the definitive works that talk about how spells work in the outer planes. Here it is, Q1, my original Q1.
Because before Q1, I don't think, is there any discussion in the Holy Trinity of books that you know of that talks about the ability of spells to work?
I don't remember any, but so what he's talking about here is on page 5 of Q1.
And this is Gary. Q1 is Gary. Oh no, who is Q1?
Dave Sutherland and Gary.
Got it.
So under spell alterations, it talks about when you're on this outer plane, in this case, Los Lair in the Abyss. Says,
66, right?
Right, 66. It is. Conjure elemental. The spell will have no effect as the channel to the elemental plane cannot be opened.
Oh wow! And this has Gary's, is it imprimatur? Right, stamp of approval on this.
Yes.
Whereas at conjure elemental, the spell will have no effect as the channel to the elemental plane cannot be opened. You got to open the channel.
Well, that's the discussion about this. So again, this was to, in a practical way, nerf some of the players so that they can have there won't be these gods that come in and kill Loth easily. It has to be more of a battle, but it also makes sense because again, you don't have direct access to the elemental plane. So that's what he's talking about.
And that would seem to answer the question, because if you're in the outer plane, obviously the outer planes have the astral plane connected to it. The outer plane is connected to the astral plane, and the astral plane is connected to the prime material plane.
Right.
So that would mean if Gary's saying it's a no, that's right. That I just sort of looked at Figure 4, but maybe Figure 4 was drafted with that understanding. Okay, so I'm 1 for 1. So was that question number 2? Did you say?
Yes.
Okay. What was question number 2 again?
No, that was question
all.
2 was related. Question 1 was can you does the astral plane connect to the elemental planes? And so, like people are saying online, well, per that figure, the astral plane connects to the ethereal plane, and the ethereal plane gets you to the inner planes.
Oh.
That's the idea.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because the ethereal. Oh,
But,
so the
but it also connects to the prime material somehow, because you can go astral from the prime material. You don't have to go through the ethereal.
And I think the answer's got to be no, though, because Gary's right. I mean,
Right.
I understand the logic what those people are saying. It makes a lot of sense, but that seems to conflict, doesn't it, with what Gary said?
Right.
In Q1.
Right.
Okay.
So again, there's no channel for it. And again, Roger continues on that. So you ready to continue for the next question?
I am ready.
How does one drink potions in a weightless condition?
Oh, so I like astronauts.
Yes.
Tang.
Yes. Because the astral plane is weightless, apparently.
These are really good questions.
That's why I said it's going to be hell for both of us.
I mean, I don't know why you're spending a lot of time in the... I never spent any time in the astral plane when I was a kid. Did you? No. You were at Porky's.
I was at Porky's.
You snuck back in, didn't you?
I was in another plane. Hello.
How many times did you see Porky's? You snuck back in, didn't you?
I did not
That
sneak
your
back
mom,
in.
like 10 times. You know, you remember it way too well. There's more to the story.
I'm sure we got the VHS at some point. Went down to the local video store.
You mean you and your mom again?
No. Stop talking about my mom. I'll kill you.
Don't talk about your mom. My mom.
Oh, it's fired up now.
Your mama watched Porky's. You're so pathetic. You watch Porky's with your mama.
Oh, shut your mouth. Exactly.
Don't mess with the kid from Brooklyn. I've seen your neighborhood. Joe Delicious has told me about it, man. He said, don't mess with James.
Don't make me shiv you.
That dude's from a crazy neighborhood. Okay. This is a very good... No, did you ever spend any time in the 80s in the astral plane with the character?
Rarely.
Okay,
But
I
yes.
never did. You did?
Yes. Because some spells, you go to the astral plane.
Well, I was always level 2. Okay.
Yeah, well, there you go.
How do you drink it? I mean, you've got to quaff the whole thing. You know, not the whole thing, but you can't just get like a little
Whatever the
tasty.
portion is, right.
Yeah, well, you got to take the whole portion. I would think, well, a push spell would work. I could probably do a push spell. I think you need something to aid you into getting that potion down you. I mean, I guess, yeah. So if I'm weightless, and wait, were you an astronaut?
No.
Okay, so neither
Clearly, I was not an astronaut.
well, you were. It was a long time ago. If you drink something, you're weightless. Does that mean is it just like floating around in your mouth? It doesn't like start going down, does it?
I'm keeping that. That's a good.
Oh, you can't say anything on this show.
I can't say anything on this show.
You and your Porky's. Get Porky's out of your mind.
Just float in your mouth.
Your poor mother. Your poor mother.
Poor me.
You get your mother with that mouth. Okay. So doesn't it just sort of like float around? And I have no idea. I think you got problems. I think you need some sort of aid
Okay, so
to get it down.
So to kind of synthesize what you said without, I don't want to put words in your mouth or anything in your mouth.
Because you don't want to say anything that can be used against you.
Right.
Yes, right.
Your answer is without assistance, you would not be able to drink potions in a weightless environment. Is that a fair statement?
Correct.
All right. So here's the answer from Roger Moore. Inventive characters can come up with many ways to circumvent the problems of weightless. See Gary Gygax's excellent suggestion for right spells in Dragon 67.
What? For what spells?
Right spell. For right spells. Apparently, using normal potion biomes can be time-consuming since the liquid contents would not naturally flow out of them at all unless one shakes the bottle like we normally shake ketchup bottles. Unfortunately, shaking a bottle makes it hard to drink the potion at the same time, and too much liquid may flow out at once, making the user choke. This may be simulated by stipulating that someone using a regular potion bottle needs 1 to 4 rounds to get a full dose of liquid, and there's a 5% chance per round, drinking non-cumulative, that the drinker chokes and lose all the potion effects.
Wow.
So how about that? Squeezable bottles may be invented, similar to those used by astronauts and cosmonauts nowadays, so that the rate of flow of liquid can be controlled by the drinker. So you could put it in like a wineskin, maybe.
Oh, so you could, so you might be able to buy those. So like you go into a shop,
Right.
a magic user shop or something like that, and they're like, oh yeah, you go into the astral plane.
Solves
yeah.
astral projections.
Yeah, like the astral plane section.
Yeah.
A little section, or you head into the astral plane.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like getting the converters, like, you know, when you go to Europe.
Right, you get
need
the whole pack of things.
the
Yeah.
plugs or whatever. So you have like a little package.
Right.
Because you're like, oh, I didn't think about that. How am I going to take my potions?
Exactly.
A little squeeze
I'm
bottle.
going to write scrolls, all this other stuff that why. Again, the interesting thing is, if you're on vacation, why are you doing these things?
Well, you want to get to where you're going quickly. You're not weightless when you hit the outer planes, are you?
It depends on the outer plane.
So this would be a good article, like a little vacation. It'd be like in AAA magazine. So you're like going to you're going on vacation. Wait, what did you say? Am I weightless or not? It depends on the plane.
It depends on the plane.
There's some weightless planes.
I'm sure there are.
Hell's not weightless, is it?
No. But there's These are the only planes that we know of. There's a multitude of planes that are in theory that are available.
So if I'm going on the astral plane, so it's like your mom. It's got the checklist. You got the squeeze bottles.
Yes, that's right. Juice boxes, basically. Potion juice boxes.
What else do I need? Anything else? I'm weightless. How do I move?
Make a straw out of a scroll. Well, how do you move? Well, you
Make
kind
a
of float
straw
through.
out of a scroll. Oh, because even though I'm weightless, I can still. When
Yeah.
I suck in,
Yeah, you still have the force of that. It's just a question of because astronauts drink juice boxes or whatever. They have squeeze boxes up there. So.
Because I can't say anything. Because once I get it, once I get it, then I can swallow.
Once you get it, where? In your mouth? Is that what you're trying to say?
then you can, right?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Because I was thinking it just floats around in there. It does. Okay.
I can't say
This is just so
anything on
good.
this show.
Okay.
This is about now. I know how you felt watching Porky's with your mom.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Yeah, so you would have to figure. There's a few things in the astral plane. Again, you're weightless. There's the, there's hard to find things. So I'm sure there's a bunch of like a sharper image for astral plane. There's a bunch of things that could be helpful to that. One of them being a juice box.
I have the cord attached. Don't I have that silver cord or something
Yes,
attached
you have
to
the
me?
silver cord. You probably want silver cord insurance if someone comes, if Yankee comes and cuts your silver cord.
How do I propel?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. This is why. Now you're turning it against me. Good job.
Because I'm like, okay, I'd like
You
to visit
mentally,
hell.
as far as I know, you mentally project where you want to go.
So I'd like to visit my uncle in hell.
Wow.
How do I get there?
Here, well, let's look.
So you're the travel agent.
Right,
Oh yeah, I'd like to go. I'd like to go to hell. And listen, I'd like to come back. That might not be that dangerous, but probably possible to do that. Do you think people visit hell? Do you visit like
if you're
a
powerful
loved one?
enough.
You could visit a loved one in heaven. Well, no, it's not heaven. Whatever, the happy hunting grounds.
There's the heavens. There's
Do you think so if I'm in-
Elysium.
so if I'm in-
7 heavens.
So if I'm a gnome, I can take a vacation to visit
I'm
the
sure
loved
there are
ones.
travel plans like they do to Europe. Come to the 7 heavens.
Yeah, visit your loved ones.
Right.
Have you recently? That'll be like the commercial. Have you recently lost someone? Have you lost a character?
I would think, though, it'd be easier just to raise them than to, or reincarnate them than actually go there yourself.
Yeah, because that's an expensive trip.
Right.
You think the airline tickets to Europe are bad,
Exactly.
right? Because
And it's dangerous, too. So
Mm.
So it says here on page 117 of Deities and Demigods, astral travel is possible by various means, including magic spells and psionic discipline. The astral plane touches the endless prime material plane, so this is where it comes from, and the 17 first layers of the outer planes. The astral plane does not touch any of the inner planes other than the prime material plane. So this is,
It actually says it right there.
yeah, if you just read it.
Yeah.
It is possible to move about in or any of the prime material universes or the first layer of the outer planes by means of astral travel. As with ethereal travel, movement through the astral plane is speedy, and while there, the individual needs no food, drink, rest, or even sleep.
Wow. So my body just doesn't need it. That's I wonder why.
Being in an astral plane, move from place to place simply by concentrating upon moving to the desired destination. As with ethereal travel, this gets easier with practice as the astral traveler learns the way. The DM should check for encounters 3 times on the first journey between 2 points, since twice on the second journey and only once in subsequent journeys.
Oh, so you're just like zoop.
Zoop, that's right. Bloop, bloop.
Can you run into somebody?
That's what it says. You have to roll for encounters.
Well, I mean, no, literally run into somebody.
I don't know.
Like, because things are moving so fast. Is there like traffic lines?
And then they talk about astral combat here. So there you go. So again, if you want to read all this stuff, look in. Very exciting. It's a little more explanation on deities and demigods.
I'm kind of starting to dig it now.
Yeah, embrace it.
People coming, going,
Yeah, it's like a portal. You're supposed to zip in and out, but you could run into problems.
and it's hard because it's like astral projection, whatever. It's like high level spells.
Yeah, astral
right?
projection.
Right? These are high level spells. I
Right,
mean,
exactly.
So if
Or you need a magic item.
oh,
Amulet of the Plains.
oh,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Do you think
it's
you
a
can
dial.
rent it?
Well, I'm sure if you had enough money, you could, because people would be like, "Oh, thanks, I'll never bring you this."
No, please. Collateral. It's like it's gonna be like you're gonna get collateral.
Maybe that'll be on our Antique Artifact Roadshow.
You put the money down. You're not stupid, right?
Right.
So you put the money down and you borrow the Amulet of the Plains. How much? Yeah, that's right. I wonder how much Amulet of the Plains costs.
It's not cheap.
Yeah, but you'd have to put a deposit down.
Right.
I think.
Yeah, I don't want to look it up but you can.
Because it could, well, what are
I'm
the
not looking at any of
odds?
the magic items because again, Matt, we're going to do that later.
What are the odds that it's going to be an amulet of the plains?
What are the odds that you're going to get an amulet of plains? Well, you assume you're going to a store that has one.
No, I meant on the road show. Amulet of the plains. Oh, you don't want me to tell you?
Sure.
30,000.
Well, that's not too bad.
You
That's
got to
for selling
find it. Huh?
So that's for summing it. Oh yeah, that's right. We do the Charon demons. Remember those? You could summon them. Remember we did them. They were one of our monsters. Yeah. Remember they would come pick up the lawful evil people or evil people?
Yeah,
That's
no.
exactly right. Good.
You tried to rip them off, didn't you?
I did try to rip him off. He didn't like that.
Is he a daemon?
He's a daemon, yeah.
He's a daemon, a Matt Damon.
That's right.
He's a charm.
That's what we called him. That's devil.
That's right. I remember him finally. Wait, where?
Devil, can we call that? Yeah, first edition we have devils.
Oh yeah. Oh, hang on. So
DA.
I'm not good with the letters.
Coming up. Coming up.
Keep
going.
Flip it and turn it. Man, there's a lot of What?
There you go.
There he is.
That's the
Rivers-
main guy. That's the guy. That's his lesser one.
Oh, these are the guys, right? The Charon demon, right? That's Charon.
That's the main guy.
I probably don't want to summon him.
No.
That's bad news. The Charon demons are the servants of Charon, boatmen of the lower plains. Oh, but wait a second. Is he only taking me to the lower plains?
Yes.
Oh. Now you tell me.
Hey, you said you want to
I'm
go
like-
in the astral plane.
Can you take me to the seven heavens?
No.
Where are we going?
He doesn't say anything. He just sticks his hand out.
I know. That is not good. Yeah, all right. So they'll actually take me there.
Yeah.
Oh. How do I summon him? These thin, gray, pale-eyed humanoids. Sounds like me.
Yes.
Thin, gray,
You are a
pale-eyed.
Charon demon.
I'm like a Charon demon.
Just gotta use your robe.
Are more easily summoned,
Yes.
but are more cunning and malevolent. They're more cunning than Charon?
Wow.
Wow. Charon demons are normally found only on the Styx and may be called by any of the conjuration and summoning spells listed in the player's handbook. What are the summonings or conjuring spells?
There's a bunch.
Wait, so what do I need to cast? I want to summon a Charon demon. So I'm a magic user. You mean like summon, not monster wouldn't work.
Well, what did it say there?
It said any. It said any of the conjuration / summoning spells
Well, then
listed
it
in
would
player's
be
handbook.
any.
It said any. So
You start from the beginning. What's the first?
I'm looking for summoning.
What's the lowest level cleric spell that will work for that?
Oh, I was on magic user. Okay.
Bless is a conjuring summonation spell, so maybe you could do curse.
Wait, blast? Oh, wait a second. You're
Yes.
saying that, I see what you're saying. Chant is a conjuration summoning. Any of the I could do a chant and it would work. That's what you're saying.
That's what it says.
It does say that.
That's pretty interesting, isn't it?
So I'm a level 1, I'm a half-orc cleric.
That's right. You're half-orc cleric, and you need to get to the lower planes. Why? I have no idea. But yes, you could go to the lower plane.
I don't know, man. I need to find a way to get higher than level 4, and that's the place to find out how it can happen, don't you think?
Yeah.
Going right to the source.
So yeah, so bless.
Whoa! So I'm going to do a bless or a chant.
Well, bless is first level.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Why blow a second level? I'm going to do a bless spell at level 1, and a Charon demon shows up.
Potentially. Or prayer.
Wait, why potentially?
Well, I think there's still got to be a roll. You just you mean every time some idiot wants a Charon demon to come, he's going to come? They're not.
May be called.
May be called.
That's just the end.
I would look under gate to see the percentage of that. Or find familiar, exactly.
Yeah, but wait a second. No, he's like an Uber guy. He's coming. He's making money.
You know, Ubers have canceled their trips before, so don't.
Look, wait.
let's not-
Okay. Here's the deal. I understand that, but here's the deal. You're a Charon demon, right?
Yeah, right. I'm listening.
How do you make money?
You do fairs, apparently.
Exactly. Someone summon. How many Charon demons are there?
I don't know.
I don't either. Well, there's one. It was one appearing.
Here's a bit better question. Can a druid cast call woodland beings? And so,
Does it say this is a conjuration?
yeah. Or summon insects. That's better.
Summon insects seems more likely. That's awesome. A druid?
Why not?
Going to hell, baby.
I need to go to hell.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Yeah, I didn't. That's just good stuff.
So a Charon demon. So I think. So we disagree on this.
I don't
think,
disagree. I'm just
No,
kind
I
of.
know what you're saying. No, I agree, and I don't know that I don't agree with you, or I may agree with your disagreement.
It just seems like a crank call. I mean, again, people pranking Charon Demon. That doesn't sound very good.
That's bad news. But so I call to cast a spell, but do I know how to how do I know what to do? You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, you do a call woodland being.
Right.
Okay, well, how do I make sure that a Charon demon shows up instead of a unicorn?
Well, and that's probably what I would have to argue is that you'd have to find a book or something like the Charon Demicon or whatever it is that tells you how you change the call woodland beings to, oh, I call upon the spirits and I want to summon a woodland Charon demon to come.
Right.
So you have to change the spell in order to do that.
Or maybe just some, I don't know,
Exactly.
bloodlettings involved.
Right, something. Yeah, instead of
So what you're saying is I can need the app or something like the special app.
right, correct. You or
Be careful with this sword here, James.
Yes, I saw that. It was lighting up. It was.
So
angry.
I think this is incredible. So I think
Yes, this. I can't believe we didn't read this the last time. I mean, we must have read it. We just ignored it.
well, that's the great thing about first edition. So and then when he shows up, a magic item about 10 platinum coins. How much is that? Or 2 gems or 50 plus gold pieces value. If not paid, so he demands the money up front just to let you know. Oh, and he will teleport itself. And will if you don't pay. Can pilot its craft through the astral and ethereal planes as well as the lower planes. Well, wait, maybe you can go anywhere then, and is occasionally sent to the prime material plane to achieve a person at the behest of Charon, who is the Oina daemon, or another powerful evil. So he just grabs you.
Right.
So you've been doing some good deeds. You're you're a lawful evil dude, and you've been doing charitable work. And next thing you know, Charon demon shows. You're like, oh crap. He's like, come with. Asmodeus wants to talk to you. Do you have to pay? Do you think, or is that like on Asmodeus? Like if I'm being grabbed.
Oh yeah, we talked about that. Who pays in that case?
Right.
They have to be him.
Okay, even if Charon demon is paid, there's still a
as
chance.
opposed to be sent by a high level force.
Right. So in other words, that sounds like that's on. It's on Asmodeus. Right. Well, does Asmodeus have to pay? Maybe he pays. Why wouldn't he?
Right.
They
I'm sure he has a
families.
credit card account. He has
Yeah.
a credit account.
Right. There's still 50% chance that the daemon will betray its
15. Yeah.
15 its summoners. Well, that's very risky. That's like calling an Uber. There's like a 50% chance like the guy's a murderer. That's terrible. They need to work on their service, either by delivering them to the incorrect place or plane. Oh, that's great. Or leading the party into an ambush of Charon demons. Oh my gosh. Or Hydra demons. This chance of betrayal can be reduced by additional contribution. So in other words, everyone knows. It's like how
If
much
you don't
pay.
tip, right? On Uber, you have to select the tip. You better tip a lot.
Oh my God! So that's like the first cab ride in New York. Like you don't know what you're doing. Like
Right.
you're the noob.
Right.
So like you call the Charon demon.
They drop you off in the middle of nowhere.
It's like, how much did you tip the Charon demon that first ride? I didn't do any.
Oh.
And you lived?
And you're alive.
You are so lucky, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I love these guys. When it is angered, goes fine. Well, why would you anger this guy? Oh, so you shouldn't be like, why
you try to stiff him.
Why or like why are you taking the BQE? Take the
Right.
BQE.
That's
Traffic's terrible at this
right.
time of the right.
Yeah. Why are you doing this way? Right.
Why are you going the astral this way? You should go that way. Oh man, he's gonna get very angry. Any being confronted by these glowing eyes must say versus fear or be in terror. Okay, they may summon 1 to 6. These Hydra demons are around a lot. No, they're kind of.
They're wimp. They're pretty powerful. 8th level. 9 plus 36 hit dice. 9 plus 36. That's pretty unfun.
Oh, that's not good. From the sticks, they're telepathic and are speaking all language. Wow,
They're well versed.
they're great cabbies. Keep in contact with others of their race at all times. Any person harming Charon demon will not get a reply to his or her summons until the summoner has made a suitable sacrifice. Oh, so in other words, you're banned.
Yeah, you get it blocked. You
get blocked. The sacrifice should include rare stones, magic. Okay, here's my question. Can the Charon demon take me anywhere? Because look, no.
I knew you were going back to this.
Right, because that's what I want to know. Are they just like the Uber drivers for everywhere? Because they go to they said to the outer planes?
Well, here's what it says.
Yes.
And you are a parser of sentences. The Charon demon can pilot its craft through the astral and ethereal planes, as well as the lower planes, and is occasionally sent to the prime material plane.
Oh, but it doesn't say through all the outer planes.
So I read that as, if you're at the lower planes, you could go back to the prime material through them. If you're on the prime material, you can go to the lower planes through the astral and ethereal plane to get there. The question is, can you be dropped off at the ethereal or astral planes? Could you jump off the boat
Oh,
in
well,
the astral plane?
or what? And can I only, is my destination only the lower plane? So can I go to any outer plane or only the lower planes?
Well,
of
he
hell?
only knows to go to the lower planes.
It does say that the boatmen of the lower planes. So they're not. Yeah, that would be weird. I mean, that would be where like a Charon demon drops. Can you drop me off in like the Happy Hunting Grounds?
No, he's not going to do that.
Yeah, are you crazy? That
So-
neighborhood's terrible.
So the only thing I think you could do is you could either jump off the boat or he'd abandon you in the astral plane, and then you'd have to figure out how to get to one of the other planes.
Right. So this is what you do, Jay. So wait, what? Okay. So I've got like the little triptychs or whatever for AAA. This is what you're gonna
Right,
do.
right.
You're gonna take a Charon demon to the astral. You're gonna jump off before you go. You need to make sure you jump off
Right.
before you get, because this is bad news.
Right, because once she's there, you're done. You're done.
Because now it's gonna be like, yeah. Well, I don't know what. Yeah. So you don't want to like go to the very end.
Right, exactly.
I don't think so. It's very fast. How do you jump off?
You'd have. This is where the DM would have to come up with something. The party would have to. The thing with this kind of stuff is the party can't just decide, like in the boat, they're going to jump off. They better figure this stuff out before they go do that.
Yeah. So now, so the lingering question for us is,
Why are
can
we
you
still talking about this? Yes, that's true.
Oh no, I love this. This is great. We should do this for the rest of the show.
Okay, that's
Forget
fine.
everything.
That's fine.
Can you conjure? Is there a percentage chance? Number one.
Yeah.
And number two is, can the druid do magic use? Sure.
Everyone has a-
illusionists
well-
have conjured. Illusionists? Can I know illusionists?
I was trying to look it up while we were talking because I know how your brain. I'm starting to know how your brain works. I was looking through. I didn't see one.
Right.
Hello from the Azores. He's in the Azores. Wow, good for him.
What?
Shannon says he's in the Azores.
Okay. Well,
That's impressive.
do you have the globe?
It's not in Canada. I know that. It's near Africa, if I remember correctly, in Spain, España. All right, conjure. What is it? Summon.
Did you say it's near Africa and Spain?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
What
Azores
is
are
it, Spain and continent? Okay, never mind.
yeah,
Moving on.
Spain, Africa, North
Okay,
Africa.
got it.
Gibraltar, it's to the west.
Casablanca.
Exactly.
Okay.
Conjure summoning.
Yeah, so I'm looking for conjure.
Summon shadow is 5th level. I don't know if that's the.
Oh.
You have to be pretty high level illusionist, unfortunately, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Wow, all these are alterations and illusions. Strangely.
Strangely. Some divination. And assuming we're not using the book that shall not be named or other spells.
Well, that'd be a
have
good
come
reason
later.
to use it. All right, yeah, boy. Support illusion. Wait, maze.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
That's
but
a
I'm really
fifth-
high level.
fifth
I'm at
level.
5th level.
Right.
Ouch. Ouch.
Excellent. The Empire grows. Good for him.
And at 5th level, what level illusionist do I have to be
think
to
you're
cast a
9th
5th level? 9th level?
Yeah.
Illusionist. 10th level.
10th level. Okay.
So if I can't do it if I'm a gnome, right? What's because of gnome?
No, you're screwed.
I can't go to hell.
Unless there's
Oh, cleric.
there's an easy way to go to hell. You just become evil and
That's right.
and die.
Right.
You don't have to go through all that if you want to get back.
Attack. Right. Right.
And that's the other part is this doesn't sound like it says they will bring you to the lower planes. It doesn't say, it says they will, for evil creatures, will go get people from the prime material. It sounds like to me like a one-way trip.
Oh.
Right?
So we're there. Like, how are we getting back?
Right.
Can't we like hop a ride? Because they're heading out to pick up people. All
Well,
right.
yeah, I'm sure you could try to figure it out, but normally they're not. It's
Yeah.
not like that they're at the airport, at the astral plane, at the edge of the
Yeah.
prime material, waiting to pick people up.
Charon demon line.
Right. There's not a Charon demon line.
Okay. Right.
They are typically. They go and occasionally sent to the prime material to retrieve a person at the behest of Charon or Amandi. So that's the way I would read it. So back to your question, I wouldn't do a roll that they would come. If you have the proper things and you found out a way to summon them, to change the summoning spell to do that, I would allow that to happen. But it would be hard to find.
Or if I have enough money, maybe.
Right.
Maybe, right?
Right. But you to your point, how do you change the spell to summon a Charon demon versus the woodland being? You'd have to know, there'd have to be some knowledge that you probably don't know about. They didn't teach you that in basic druidical school.
Oh, and do I have problems casting any of those spells in hell? So then we enter the Q1 problem, which is I'm in hell. Do I have a problem casting that? So if I'm good and I'm casting a bless spell in hell, it's probably not.
Right.
Because you oftentimes you need some, your deity or something.
Right,
to
but
be-
none of that will work once you get to the lower hells.
This is a problem. This is why you need travel. This is why you go to the trip. That's why you have the AAA.
Yeah, you don't do this on your own.
So I want to go to hell. The travel agent's like, okay, we can do it.
Right.
It's going to cost you, and it's going to be risky,
Yeah.
but we can do it.
Right.
Okay, cool.
That as opposed to going on, the Expedia or whatever of that time, and figuring out yourself. You don't want to be your own travel agent with this.
Not on this one.
You want to have a good guide because, at best, the Charon demon may turn against you. So there you go.
Yeah. Okay, that was good.
Spell research. All right, that was good. Do I want to do another one?
Gee, why are you wavering now? Come on, one more.
All right, one more.
That's right.
Okay, what other race? This is a good one since you like your demi-humans. What other races of spellcasters besides humans may be encountered in the astral plane?
Oh, what are the races of spellcasters can be encountered?
Yes, in the astral plane.
Oh, well,
This kind of ties into your gnome thing.
I mean, why I don't understand why you wouldn't potentially encounter, or you could encounter anybody traveling there. I mean, I don't know why an elf magic user. So who could be the magic users? Half elves?
Half elves and elves. The supposition is they don't have high enough.
Oh, but there's all sorts of, I guess.
Right.
But there's all sorts. I think the answer is, well, the only other ones that can be magic users are elves and half elves, and it is possible to encounter them because they would have found a way to travel in the astral plane,
Is that your final answer?
even if they're not high enough level to cast a spell. That is my final answer.
Okay. Oops. He says, very few elven wizards, 11th magic might be discovered using astral spell from a scroll, but no demi-human clerics or spellcasters of other sorts would likely be found. The DM may have an encounter take place with a party of NPCs that includes a 7th-level gnome illusionist, possibly multi-class, who successfully use an astral spell from a scroll of illusionist spells. A party might also meet a high-level thief, 10th or higher, of any race except half-orc, who also use some scroll to be taken to the astral plane, with or without such partners. For all practical purposes, assume 95% of all spellcasters responsible for bringing a group to the astral plane are human. The other 5% may be set up as special encounters. So, I give you a ding-ding, because you basically said the same thing.
Thank you. Why illusionists have an astral spell? Why am I, or is it because it's a magic? Because I can use it because it's a magic. Why am I a gnome illusionist able to use an astral?
Yeah, I think the astral spell is a 7th level spell, is it?
Yeah, 7th level
go.
astral spell, illusionist. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, so that means that so they could get an illusionist scroll. That's very interesting. Same as 7th level. Okay, very cool. That was good. I actually enjoyed that.
That was good. And the good news, Dan,
Yes.
look how many more questions there are.
Wow.
So this is the gift that keeps on giving for you. There's their map. See, I got our map ready. Look at that.
You're very well prepared.
I tried. I really tried. I tried. Okay, so that was sage advice. And that worked out way better than I thought it was good. So good job there. Random encounter. We're ready to go do this. What's random encounter about again?
In this segment of the show, we randomly roll a monster, discuss the monster, and then have that monster fight the reigning champ. Though last time we decided that we were going to retire both of them because I think this was the one was the golem was trying to jump at the flying.
Right, the flying drake.
Right, and so
there was no winner.
There's no winner, and so we decided, look, if you haven't won,
You've
Well,
lost.
You've lost. You've lost. And so we're going to do 2 new monsters. So here we go.
So
And-
now we have to. So our process is documented in Flipping and Turning 4, which of course we don't follow. But if you want to look at that, feel free to go to Flipping and Turning. Issue 4, the back cover talks about how we determine random encounters.
And we have dice from the Angry Monk, who's currently in the
Azores, apparently.
Azores. He gets reception. That is impressive.
That is good.
And we roll for whether it is a creature from the Monster Manual 2 or from the Fiend Folio.
Yes,
And see, and I'm shaking as close to my
that's right. So people can hear it. So one's from 1 and 1.
1 and 1. All right, James. Would you like to roll for the Fiend Folio?
This will be the first contest. This will be your guy, and he'll be from the Fiend Folio.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. So I am turning to the monster tables. James, I need you to roll a d10.
2.
It is coming from a dungeon.
Nice.
I need you to roll percentile dice.
90.
Snayd. S-N-A-Y-D. Snayd?
Yeah, that's a weird guy with the S. What is it?
S-N...
Yeah, he looks like
S-N-Y-A-D. Snyad. I said Snayd. It's
something like that.
Snyad.
Maybe he's not the guy I was thinking of.
Hang on, let me make sure that... Oh, look. There's a typo. Look, it says... No, James, it's a new monster. This is Snayd, right? S-N-A-Y-D on page 100 of the Fiend Folio, correct?
Yes. Okay.
And there's-
He's on what page is he on?
but it's misspelled. You're not as entertained as I am.
No.
It says Snayd in the back. This is
Yes,
Snyad,
Snyad,
also known as a pesty.
Pesty, almost like an evil pixie or something. Looks like.
Okay, yep. So
I don't know anything about it.
Shall we talk about him first?
Yes, let's
Okay.
talk about him first.
So I'm on page 83.
83 of the Fiend Folio.
Oh, and there's a drawing
Yeah.
at the bottom of the. I will show the folks that are watching the Snyad. I think it's a Snyad. We'll call the Snyad a pesty. Okay. Shall I just read it? Because you don't know anything about him. I mean, you're going to get these all wrong.
Yeah, it's true. I won't know anything.
So I'm just going to read it, right? Okay. These are small bipeds, light brown in color, and with particularly high dexterity. Pesties live in small passages adjoining dungeon corridors. Small passage adjoining dungeon corridors. Okay, so I assume they're going to like jump out and grab. Yeah.
Right.
The entrances to these tunnels are small and usually concealed behind piles of loose stone, making them difficult to detect even by elves. 1 chance in 4, even if a search is being made, or 1 in 3 for an elf. They are totally silent and move with great speed, achieving surprise 90% of the time. So that means this is a terrible roll. You gotta calculate all that.
There's a lot of
business.
calculating, it looks like already.
Wait, 90% of the time?
Be surprised.
How many? There are 10 segments.
There are 10 segments.
So does that mean you roll a d10,
Yes.
and if I roll a 9 on the party, and I roll a 9, am I surprised for 9 segments?
Okay, yes. So you would, if you're surprised, because again, right, it's 9 out of 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
9 segments.
Yes.
Is
Is that right? Would you agree with that?
Right. And they are surprised basically 3 out of 10. Because they're in 2 and 6, right? That's 33%.
Okay.
So then you would roll the
We
D10.
should probably practice this.
Right.
So you're a regular dude.
I'm a regular dude. I don't roll the D6 anymore. I'm converting it all to the same thing. 2 and 6 is 33%.
Oh, God.
So it'd be 3 and 10. I surprise at 3 and
Yeah.
10. You're surprised if you're the party. If you're the party, you get surprised 9 out of 10 times. If I'm the Snyad or the Trixie, I get surprised 3 out of 10 basically, because 2 of 6 is 33%.
Okay.
So then we both roll D10.
No, but wait a second. Wait a second. Why can't... Yeah, but you still need to know how many segments you're surprised. It's 1 or 2, and there's a 50% chance. There's a 16.7% chance you're surprised 1 segment, and a 16.7% chance you're surprised 2 segments, correct?
I will never be surprised unless you roll a 10. If I'm the bad guy. If you're the party and I'm the Snyad, right?
Snayd?
Snayd. Yeah. Roll a D10.
Snyad.
You're the party. I'm the Snayd.
Wait, I'm the party, yeah.
7. Roll. I'm
who
not
are you?
surprised. I'm the Snaid.
Oh, right. Okay.
the party.
So you're not surprised because
Right.
you would only be a surprise.
On a 1 and a 2, 1, 2, 3. Because 33% chance.
Yeah, but no. But that's how can you do the what? You're missing 3%. You'd have to roll a percentile.
Well, I'm not doing that. I've rounded down.
I think you can roll a d6 and just if it's 1 or 2.
Okay.
I think you can do that. Can't you just roll that and see if you're?
Because then you have to convert it. Okay, 2.
No, you don't, because you're surprised 2 segments. You're surprised 9. So in other words, I'm surprised 2. You're surprised 9. You're surprised 7.
No, I'm the Snaid. You're surprised 7.
I'm surprised 7. Correct.
That's right.
I think you could just do that. I think you can roll your die
You could.
because that's the segments and that's the segments, right?
Or you can, yes.
Wait, if we agree that a 90% chance would be 9 segments, wouldn't it?
It
If
could
you roll
be,
a
yeah.
9, that's you were surprised 9 segments.
Yes, you could do it that way.
That's
9
almost
minus 2.
that's almost how long is that?
That's almost a whole minute.
What's wrong with you?
Huh?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
That's a
you're
long
saying-
time.
That's a long time. Well, it's 9 minus 2, so it's 7 segments. You're basically almost the whole round.
They shouldn't have done that. They should do everything out of 6,
right.
D6. Don't you think?
Yes.
It's just wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
Because once you get to the D8s, because the spectators started that, there was a number of monsters who started having surprise, and that's the problem.
Okay.
But there may be, I know David Thompson covered this in an article, and I know other people.
Oh, he's on. Does he agree with that?
Maybe.
How would he do that? Is he falling asleep? How would he do that?
Right.
It will have 7 segments.
To steal from you. That's what Coolbot says.
Yeah, and I think he's right.
I
If
agree.
we've done the if we've
math's
done,
pretty close.
Wait, David Thompson's waiting on the surprise. Does he agree? Each
So
segment.
we'd have to convert it. Each segment is 1 and 6. So we'd have to convert it 16, so there'd be 5. So it'd be 5 and 6. So in his mind, there'd only be, in his word, there'd be basically 4. In that case, I rolled a 2. You basically rolled like a 5, so it'd be 3 segments.
Oh, he's converting it. Oh,
converting
he always
onto the
converts it
D6.
to 6.
Right, you have to keep the same dice. That's what I was trying to say.
Well, I don't know why that's
can't-
true. Oh, I guess you're right.
Because you're giving
No,
more
you're
segments.
Right. I guess you're
You have to-
right.
you either have. I was moving this up. You wanted to move this one down. So we'd have to convert the 90 to that, which again is
Oh,
not
to
going
a
to be even.
6-sided. It all goes
Right.
down to the crams into the 6-sided.
Right. So it'd be close to
So
5.
you do
and 6.
9 times 54, 5.4.
Yes.
So you're surprised 5.4 segments,
Minus 2 is 3.4.
and I guess you round down.
That's right.
Okay, so it's only 3. So it's not as bad. So you can never be surprised more than 6 segments. I mean,
Unless
Well, you never-
someone says they're surprised 7 out of 8 times, unless they specifically say some version of it, which is even.
But 7
lower.
out of 8 is still But 7 out of 8 is still getting under what David Thompson is saying is getting
Right.
crammed into the 6.
You should reduce it down. You shouldn't be surprised more than 5 segments or whatever.
Right.
6
I
segments.
mean, 6 would be weird. It's like a 0 and a 6. But yeah. So in other words, it's all right. So 6 segments is 6/10, 60% of a minute.
No, 6. Yeah, 6/10. 6
How many
segments.
seconds?
It's 36 seconds.
36 seconds. So under that theory, it's 36 seconds is the most. It's between 0 and 36 seconds.
Correct.
That you would be surprised.
Right, but that could be if you're right next to them. It's 6 attacks. Or
Oh, I agree. I'm not saying that's not insane. No. But okay, all right. Their sole objective in leaving their tunnels and approaching a party of adventurers is to steal small items of treasure. Gems, coins, pieces of jewelry, small weapons, and the like. They will never attack and will avoid physical combat if they possibly can. Their high dexterity gives them a +3 bonus on all saving throws against magical spells which can be dodged. The Snaid is a cousin of the Mite. I don't even know about the Mite. You know what the Mite?
no,
I don't either.
I think they sound like all pixie things.
Oh, wait. He looks very similar to the Mite.
It does look similar, except he's lawful evil. They look like evil. They're evil. They're evil pixies and fate.
Lawful evil Mite, and he's a cousin. Do we need the cousin? Why can't? Do we really need 2 of these things? Okay, but whatever. He's cousin Mite. These 2 types of creatures will often act in cooperation.
That's why.
Oh yeah, they're just neutral. That's interesting.
That one's neutral. The other one's evil. I saw it.
Yeah, you're right. The Mite's skill with traps. Oh, complementing the high speed of the Pesty. Okay. They have no language, so far as can be ascertained. That's very Fiendfolio. Yet a group will work cooperatively together, and they and the Mites appear to be able to gain speedy mutual understanding in their common task. Okay, so they're meant to steal stuff from you.
Right. It's the classic things in the dungeons that steal stuff when you're going through the adventure. Like, remember in Adventure, the goblin or the leprechaun would steal stuff from you.
So basically, really, because I mean, how many people are really adventuring in dungeons? I mean, how often does that happen? Right? So really what you need to do is you work in conjunction with the Thieves Guild.
Right.
And you create a dungeon. You find an old dungeon. It's been cleaned out. Like
Yeah.
50 years ago, it was cleaned out,
Right.
right? By the paladin or whatever, right?
Right.
So there's nothing there. But what you do is you create a really good rumor table. The thieves are going around and then like, oh, wow, you think, so they're like total scams like this. So you go into a town
Sure.
and you go into a bar and it's like known as an adventurer's bar. If you're looking for like, you're an adventurer, go here. Like everyone's kind of working with everybody. Oh, the
Right.
kid, the link boy is being paid by...
Everyone's getting paid by
Everyone's
this.
getting paid.
Right.
It all goes, and you know what? It goes to the top, doesn't it? It goes
Right.
like the mayor.
Right. It's a tourist trap. It's a tourist trap. Except the tourism is not pilgrims, it's adventurers. They hear about this dungeon.
I'm a first level adventurer.
Right. They hear about this adventure. It's great. A lot
Right.
of treasure, a lot of this and that. And they spread this far and wide, and people come. I mean, this is basically the premise of my campaign I'm running for my family, which is this town has been liberated and the rest of the town. And the economy is basically all these adventurers trying to liberate the city because they get killed. They have 150 gold or whatever. They spend it on the stuff there, and then they go off and get murdered by... They don't care what happens. It's just exploitation. They got to keep these people coming
Yeah,
to
so...
the city.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so... Right, so the link boys is go to the bar.
Yep.
That's for adventurers. I go to the bar, the Green Dragon, and then roll in the rumor table. But the roll in the rumor table...
They're all the same table. They're all the same-
Exactly.
they're all
It's
the same
all
room.
8.
Right.
It's the rumor table is a total scam.
Right.
And they're all F.
Right.
False.
They're all false, and they're like, oh, there's huge treasure in that.
There was a tower, and there was a wizard's tower and a strange glow, and he was
Exactly.
reputed to have... And this is why you always say, well, why hasn't that been cleaned out? Well, you know what? It has. That's the point.
Right.
So you go there, and then the mites
Mites and thieves, traps,
and the
everything.
snyads,
Right, they steal all your stuff.
and then you're like, where is that?
And then there's a Charon demon that takes you to hell, so you can't,
Right.
you don't go back.
And you can't find it because Elf can't even find. You're searching for the passage. Why is it hard to find? It's covered by stones. How hard is that to find?
Apparently, it's hard.
Oh,
Well,
really?
the other thing is you get so embarrassed, you got fleeced, you can't tell anyone.
You're naked.
Right, naked and afraid.
Those are those. There's something that come out, and there's these little guys that they'll tie you down and they like take all your stuff. Like
Yeah,
in
that's
your
in
clothes.
there too. That's the
Yeah.
Lilliputians, basically.
So basically, you could just have like. So basically, you could have like a convention game where it's just full of like all these types of creatures,
Just steal your stuff.
and the winning team is the one who exits with anything.
Right. Besides themselves.
There's
It's all traps that are not deadly, but to remove stuff from you.
Yeah. Right. And I guess yeah. All
They
right.
just strip you.
That's the dark side of D&D.
Strip dungeoneering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. All right.
Porkies. It's all right. That's the dark side of D&D. All right. That's the all right.
That's the one contestant. Now
I
the
now
other-
respect these guys.
Yeah, that's good. I like
They're
it.
totally fleecing noobs.
Right. That's their job. Yeah, it's the same thing on these multiplayer games. You go and that reminded me of when I played Ultima Online 25 years ago. Once you left the city, it was player versus player, and all these well-equipped guys would just wait for the noobs to come out and kill them and take their little stuff from them.
Because if you think about it, how many dungeons full of treasure are there? I was
Yeah.
thinking about that the other day. Like, so like, you're an adventurer, and like, isn't work hard to find? I mean, there's not just dungeons with treasure, is there? I mean, you're late to the party, aren't
You're saying it's like the peak theory of a dungeon resource, like the dinosaurs. There's only so many dinosaurs that died to become oil. So interesting.
Well, yes. I mean, how many? Yeah, okay. All right.
I get it.
All right.
Well, the idea is that the ancient civilization was so vast that there's so many dungeons that were left.
Well, that would at least explain it, because otherwise I'm like, why there's all these adventures? Okay, on to the Monster Manual 2. James, I need you to roll. I have newfound, it's funny, as often happens, I poo-poo the monster first, and now I kind of have newfound respect for him. I'm like, yeah, okay, he's fleecing adventure. No, all right, I can buy that. I need you to roll a d10, sir.
Oh,
that was cocked.
That 3.
In the dungeon as well.
Good.
Okay, roll a, need a Oh, monster level. So I need a D10, sir.
Oh, that wasn't monster level. That's too bad.
No, that was for this.
3. Okay, good. That's not too bad.
Okay, now I need. Do you remember what you
The
need?
D12 and the D8.
Very good.
14.
Bugbear.
Bugbear. I don't think we've had a bugbear.
No, it's a classic.
That's right. I love it.
I think they're quiet, aren't they?
They are super. They surprise well too. This is the battle. This is the battle of
Ooh.
surprise.
The bugbear's walking down. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're very hard to be. So okay, the bugbear versus the Sniad / Trixie, right? Trixie, we call
So
him.
why's the bugbear there?
He's in the dungeon. He
Is
heard
he-
about treasure too.
You think so, or do you think he lives? Yeah, or does he live there?
Or maybe they're playing a trick on the bugbear. That maybe he's at the end for these first level adventures. He's been killing them, and now they're trying to steal his stuff too because they got bored.
You can't trust these guys.
You can't trust anyone.
Wow. I've always said that about adventuring, at least with the evil players.
Yeah.
You can't trust them. Okay, so the bug. Now you should be able to get some of this.
I should.
The bugbear's got the great drawing. Doesn't it have that where he's
Yeah,
whacking
he's
the
whacking
dude?
the guy in the head. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, there it is. I love it.
What page is he on?
The bugbear is on page 12 of the Monster Manual. Okay, and what I like about the bugbear, he has one hairy foot. Well, his foot isn't hairy, but his legs are. Out of the drawing, and a little claw outside of the drawing too, the border. Which I always like stuff like that, like our leprechaun on that slug or whatever. Okay, frequency, sir.
I'm going to say uncommon.
You are correct. Number appearing.
1 to 12.
Not bad. 6 to 36.
Oh wow.
But it's yeah, that's pretty bad. But it's not as bad as say like a kobold, I guess. AC.
5.
Oh, I didn't even tell you anything about our little
No, you just ignored the whole thing. That's
little guy. You want to know anything about our? What is he? What's he? A pixie? No, he's a pesty.
Pesty.
He is number appearing 1 to 8. He's uncommon. Oh my gosh, James, guess the AC on the pesty.
2.
-4.
Wow.
I'm taking you down, dude. I'm gonna kill a bugbear.
He avoids fighting, I thought.
Oh, I do avoid fighting.
Yeah, unless he absolutely has to fight.
I think I have to fight on this one, don't you think? Hit dice are 1 - 1. You know what my movement? Guess my movement.
24.
You're very close. 21.
Wow.
These guys are crazy.
Yeah, they're super fast.
I do have a treasure type. Oh, percent in layer.
90%.
Very close. 95%. Treasure type.
Individuals.
You know treasure type better than most people.
Q and R, and then maybe they have a F. I don't know.
J.
J. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Number of attacks.
0.
0. How can I win?
You can't. You can't be attacked.
No, I win if I pickpocket you.
Okay.
Don't you think?
Yes,
Because that's my
right,
attack.
Right. They have no attack. Okay.
So I'm going to pickpocket you.
Right.
Is there a table for some people have pickpocketing tables? What am I
We'll
gonna
have to see what
the
they
treasure
have.
type.
Yeah, we'll have to see what he has on him. Right.
All right. So this all right. How tall am I?
You're small. You're 2 feet tall.
2.5 feet. Oh, my intelligence. Rude.
Semi.
Low. No, not that bad. Low.
Okay.
Rude. All right. I like these naiads.
There you go. I guarantee again, for those listening at home, if Dan likes a Sniad, they are going to be in an adventure. Unless he forgets, which he's
That's
not gonna
true.
do.
I like these naiads. Okay. On to bugbear. I'm definitely rooting for naiad. Movement.
9.
Correct. Hit dice.
3 + 1.
Wow. Correct. Percent in layer.
25%.
Okay, you spent way too much time in the Monster Manual, sir. That is correct. We've learned two.
I don't know what this says about me.
We've learned 2 things about James. 2 things he knows a lot about is the Monster Manual and Porkies.
It's not necessarily in that order.
That's right. And for years he's been trying to find a way to combine those 2
That's right.
interests. Okay, Oh, I'm not doing the treasure type. There's tons. Oh, individuals. Yeah, so J, K, L, M, and then period, and then B in layer. So we actually do have individuals. So that's perfect. Number of attacks, 1.
1.
What's the damage?
By weapon type are 2 to 8.
Oh my gosh, you are good. Correct. Special attack?
I don't think they have a special.
Well, it is.
attack.
I'll tell you this. Surprise is considered a special
Oh, surprise then. Yeah, they surprise in 5 and 6 or something.
Well, it would be 1 in something. 1 in 5. It's not 1 in 5. It's not that good. It's 1 in 3.
A 1 and 3.
So this will be interesting. And their intelligence?
Low.
Low to average. This is within parentheses low. I guess low to low average. This is clearly not a Quiz Bowl episode of
That's right.
Random Encounter.
They're not going to get. Go ahead.
Alignment?
They are chaotic evil.
You are absolutely correct. And size?
They are large.
So this is like basic, they are 7 feet plus. So this is basically like the center against like Muggsy Bogues.
Yes.
I'm like this little guy, okay. All right, we're ready to go. So I'll read a little bit about bugbears. Bugbears live in loose bands. They have a deity, don't they have a deity?
Yeah.
He's like sitting there with a bone or something? Okay. Typically found in the same areas as our goblins. Unlike their smaller cousins, we both have cousins. However, these hairy giant goblins operate equally in bright daylight or great darkness. They have infravision. So they are likely to choose a habitation above ground as they are to select a subterranean abode. I kind of like that. So there's just like a bugbear village. If 12 or more bugbears are encountered, there will be a leader. All right, I'm not going to go through all
Yeah, because they got a whole thing of the tribes and this
and
and
the
that.
females. The arms carried by bugbears range from the gamut of available weapons, from swords or wooden clubs with spikes set in them, morning stars. Oh, they don't have a list. A lot of times they have a percentage.
Percentages, right.
They don't have them here. A fair number of spears are carried by these monsters, and they tend to use them along with axes, maces, and hammers as missile weapons. As bugbears are strong, they can throw these weapons up to, 4 inches, 40 feet, anything under 20 feet being treated as medium range. Although bugbears are clumsy looking and walk with a shambling gait, they are actually able to move very quickly. Oh, so everyone's very fast.
Yeah.
Even though he's only 9 inches, but they say quickly. And with great stealth. If they can move very quickly, wouldn't you think they'd be 12 inch?
Yeah, you'd think so, but maybe because they're still weird looking.
So maybe they're not.
They're goblin-y.
Or maybe
they're
they're-
fast for goblins.
Well, maybe they're like, they got moves.
Right, they're shifty.
Yes. They thus they surprise 50% of the time. Bugbears speak goblin and hobgoblin in addition to their racial and alignment tongues. The skin of bugbears is a light yellow to yellow-brown, typically dull yellow. So I don't think, when I think of a bugbear, I don't think of yellow, but I guess I need to start thinking yellow.
They're jaundice, yeah.
They're jaundice. Like, I don't think of goblins as red, but I usually think of green, but they are red and orange, right?
They
Brick
can be,
red
yeah.
and orange.
I think so.
I think so.
Goblin. Let's look. Go ahead.
Their hair ranges in color from lusterless tannish brown to brick red. Wait, the skin.
Right.
The skin of bugbears is light yellow. So I can see their skin. So they don't have hair everywhere. So they're just kind of hairy.
Yes.
They're like your uncle, not literally your uncle, but you know what I mean.
They have
Like,
patches of hair.
yeah, okay, I didn't realize that. I thought they were just like a big furry dude. Well, they are furry, but okay. But like their legs, look at this guy's shin. It seems to be smooth. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so they can actually have brick red hair. That's interesting. Tannish brown to red hair. Their eyes are greenish white with red pupils. The odds and ends of armor they wear, as well as whatever cloth, skins, or hides they drape themselves in, tends to be, I like this, ill-kept, dirty, and dingy. They live for approximately 75 years.
Yeah.
Now, can bugbears be shamans?
Yes.
And witch doctors?
I don't know if they can be both, but
That's kind of cool.
yep. I mean, they definitely can. I don't remember what.
Should we determine if you're a shaman or something? Percentage chance? That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
You really want him to be a shaman?
He has a chance. No, but
He
has
doesn't
a
have a
chance.
chance. He has a chance that there will be one.
Oh, wait, you're
It
right.
says tribal spellcasters are amongst the following races. So bugbears, they can be a 5th level shaman and a 2nd level witch doctor.
Oh.
They will have shamans or witch.
The shaman's a cleric, the witch doctor's like a cleric / magic user.
That's right. Page 40 of the DMG.
They don't say. Let me see. If 24 or more are encountered, there will be of course, we end up reading this. There will be a chief, a sub-chief, and then there's a chief and sub-chief always in the land. There's females and young. Oh, look at they probably did
It
that.
says a tribe will either have shamans or witch doctors, but not both. So if you encounter a tribe,
Okay.
you will have one of them. It suggests that you include these figures into those tribes you personally determine, not random groups.
Well, let's say we have 36, so we want to say there's like a 1 in 6 chance. There's a shaman, you're a shaman, and a 2 in 36 chance you're a
Well,
witch
if
doctor.
you're rolling, if you're rolling the full group, then there will be one in there. If it's
Right, but it's a percentage chance that you're the one who's in the dungeon.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
say like a 1 in 36 chance you're a shaman, a 1 and then a 2.
I got you. Yeah.
So we're rolling 36, right?
Okay,
So you want to roll? Well, where's it? So it would be this and this, right? It'd have to be a 1 or a 2. It'd have to be a 1 or a 2 on.
1 and a 2 and a 1. Because this has to be a 1, this has to be a 1 or a 2.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, or a 2 on that.
No.
No.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter. Actually, I could have just rolled this one. No.
But that's kind of interesting.
Yes.
Okay, there it is.
Right, so bugbear versus thing. So now we have to
So
figure out
why
the
are you there
surprise.
again? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're there.
I'm
You're
walking
like
through the dungeon.
you're like room 4, bugbear.
Right. Bugbear. Right.
Bugbear, and you've wandered out.
Right.
That's amazing.
I wanted to go check out the rest of the dungeon, but apparently...
You're on guard duty.
Yeah, I'm on guard duty.
You're
exactly.
a random encounter.
I'm literally a random encounter.
You're literally a random encounter. All right. And I am a pesty.
You are a pesty.
I am a pesty.
Fix my...
I thought you were going Porky's on me here.
Exactly. And I fix my speaker so people can hear me. Check 1, 2. Okay, cool. So now we
Now,
have
when I
to
said Porky's, did you ever play the music that I would have thought you would have used?
No, I didn't. I thought,
Wow.
Yeah, I should have.
Wow.
You know why? The problem is it's not easy to get to. But here, say that again. What'd you say?
Porky.
There you go. That's gonna be the theme. There you go.
Porky's in the astral plane. Okay.
All right.
A very special episode. All right, let's do it. So now we're rolling for. I hope David Thompson hasn't gone to sleep because we got to roll for surprise. It's gonna be a disaster.
Yeah, it's gonna be a disaster.
It's gonna be a smoldering dung show.
It's gonna be a disaster here. So people are like, "What are you doing?" I'm putting my.
So for those of you listening to the podcast, James is taping something. Do you have a hairy chest?
I do. It's gonna hurt.
Ooh, he's taping his mic to his chest.
because it keeps falling off. So okay, I need more tape next time. All right. So the bugbear surprises on a 3 and 6 and they surprise on what, a 9 and 10, 90% chance they have a surprise, right?
Yes, and where am I? I mean, I am. So
You're in a corridor next to in the dungeon.
the entrance are small and usually concealed behind piles of loose stone. Let me tell you something. I see a bunch of loose stone. I'm searching behind. Don't you think if you tell a party you see loose stone, don't you think they're searching that?
I believe so.
That's a terrible way to conceal. That's their concealment? Come on. But
Yeah.
whatever. All right, so yeah, you see some loose stone.
I walk by. I'm walking by because I'm getting back to room 4.
How can you surprise me? Because let's talk about surprise. Surprise is adjusted, James, based on the situation, isn't it?
Right.
So how can you in the world can you surprise me? Aren't I only surprising you? Well, I guess I could be like working on the stones or something.
Hold on.
I guess if I'm surprised, then I guess I was like working on the stones and something. So I could see that. So okay. So
Go ahead. So
all right. So we're rolling for surprise. So okay, right.
we have to determine surprise.
You're right. I shouldn't be arguing that I can't be surprised. We roll to see if we're surprised. Then we explain how I was surprised. So I would be rolling for me, which means I'm rolling a d6, and you're rolling a d10.
Okay, I surprise. Well, wait a minute.
3 and 6.
Well, okay, it's 9 and 10 chance that you surprise me. That's what we're saying.
So, yeah. So yes, you roll.
And
a d10.
you get surprised 3 and 6.
Right. So I'm rolling a d6 as this.
Well, we should try to reduce this down to something that's better. So we said 9 and 10 is very similar to 5 and 6, right?
No, we can do that if you want.
So
It's
if I,
5.4. That's right.
let's just say it's 5 and 6. So if I take 1 off each of them, that's a 2 and 6 versus 4 and 6. So, right, I subtract it down. So now I'm back to normal surprise, and you're at a 4 and 6.
Oh, okay.
I've reduced it down. So we're
Yeah.
now back to normal things. So
I'm with you.
if I
Yeah.
roll a 1, 2, 3, or 4, I'm surprised. If you roll a 1 and 2, you're surprised. And then depending on if we get them together, then there's some simultaneous surprising.
Sounds
correct?
good. All happened very fast to me. I'm going to believe you. I'm just rolling. Am I rolling this die?
Right. You are rolling that die, and you want to. Okay, you're not surprised. I'm not surprised. I rolled a 6.
Okay.
So no one is surprised. So
Which is
now
very unusual.
right. Well, because it
Oh,
kind of
okay.
makes sense. I was in the dungeon, right? We already. I know you're there.
You're like messing with my stones.
Right.
You're
I'm
touching
kind
my
of. Where
stones.
are you, stupid pesty?
You're whacking my stones.
I'm whacking your. I'm definitely clanging your stones around. Absolutely.
I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Who's messing with the stones? Is it an elf?
Yeah.
And I see. Wait a second. You can't even. How do you fit through there?
I'm a big guy. There's stones are between you and your secret passage, right? I'm just
know.
messing around.
But how big is that? The door is not. You're 7.5 feet. I'm not coming out.
Well, first of all, I got to figure out where you are, because now I have to roll distance. I'm 80 feet away from you.
Oh, I guess I'm not. Am I in my lair? Well, no one's ever in there. Is anyone ever in their lair? Am I in my lair? If I'm in my lair, you can't get in there. I'm not coming out. I'm like a mouse.
That's true. You can do that, but remember, we're not determining the intention of what's going to happen. We are determining the beginning of the encounter, not what's going to happen. So that means we've just determined if anyone's surprised of the other person and the distance from them. So we can adjudicate anything you want, but in this case, I'm 80 feet away from you.
Right.
You're basically hanging around your stones there.
Right. I'm like adjusting the.
And I'm walking towards you. I'm 80 feet away. I see you. You see me.
Right. I just turn. Right.
So that's all we know from this. We don't know if I'm going to attack you. We don't know anything except that's the only things we know.
I probably know you. Hey, Mel.
You probably do.
Let's roll. Angry Monk dice. See if I know you, okay? Does the pesty know the bugbear?
And how do you spell this thing? S-Y?
Well, which one do you want? Which spelling?
The one that's in the title for the book
Got
itself,
it.
not the bad one that's in the random encounter table.
S-N-Y-A-D. Snyad. Also called a pesty. Oh, I know you.
You do know me. Okay.
Hey, Mel.
Do I have a name? Mel?
You're Mel.
Okay. Hey. Hey.
Yeah, that was the wrong hey. That was...
That's right. That was... Maybe I like pesties.
Definitely fleeing. Oh no, it's Mel again. He's horrible. He's a monster.
Hey, Mel. Hey.
Everyone, kids, get in. It's Mel. I hope I win initiative.
Now I'm chasing you, the Benny Hill chase. Run away from Mel.
Not again. Oh, the humanity. Not again.
I don't think. I don't know if they're like orcs, right?
No, this is wrong.
Are they fecund like the other ones? So.
Oh, Mel, this is wrong.
Oh, the horror. Okay.
So.
Should we roll a reaction roll at this point?
Oh, okay. All right. We're both pretty stupid.
Yeah, we are. So I'm gonna roll. Here's my reaction to you. Ooh, 84.
Do I have reaction to you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
You probably want to steal stuff from me still.
35.
All right, so we go to the reaction roll. Page 63 of the DMG. 84 is friendly, immediate action.
So you're friendly to me.
And you're uncertain, but 55 prone towards negative.
54.
So you're going to steal from me.
Right. Now the question is, how do Snaiads steal when they don't have surprise? I mean, this is very awkward. How do I pull this off? I mean, I don't attack, and I haven't surprised you. I think I have to run away. I mean, what would I do?
Well, yeah, it doesn't say how to steal, right? So basically the surprise is the steal. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, don't you think?
Yeah.
They're solar, yes. It's
Well,
just
you can
steal
make it a
small
hit.
items.
You won't make it. You won't do damage. You'll steal something.
Are you going to give me like a pickpocket? Oh, like, do I get like a pickpocket?
No, I'm basically rolling to hit.
You think to hit, not a pickpocket?
Well, you don't have a pick. How would I know what your pickpocket thing is?
I don't know.
You're not a thief.
You know, all right, you have to play this. All right, so you have to. Your DMing skills are going to be tested here. All right.
On my DM
Hey,
skills.
Mel.
Hey Mel, how? Hey, you're Mel.
No, you're Mel.
I'm Mel.
You're
Hey,
Mel the Bugbear.
That's right. Hi there.
I'm Pesty.
Hi, Pesty.
Hey, Mel.
What are you doing? Why are you out of your hole?
Oh, hey, your small pouch needs fixing. Let me fix your small.
Okay, I made a reaction. Sure, go ahead.
And you're stupid. Oh, you could do like an intelligence roll too.
No,
You should do an
I did my
intelligence roll?
reaction roll. I think I'm at immediate action. I'm like,
Okay.
oh, yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Pesty.
All right. So what do I? All right. So I'm
I have
gonna
to roll
roll.
a hit.
All right.
Because this will change if you.
Oh, it's better go. It's better.
Yeah, so let's say AC 5. Yeah, you have a 25%. You have 16. You have a 25% chance to pickpocket.
I'm a 1 minus 1.
Yeah, so 25%. How much would a thief? What level thief do you have to be to have a pickpocket of 25%? That's probably about the same.
Probably 8th level.
Exactly. That's true.
It's funny because it's true. Hey, wait a second. I get a dex bonus.
Okay.
I'm very dexterous. What do they say?
Yeah,
Don't they say I'm like
you're-
amazing?
You're +3 to.
Okay, hang on. Can we figure out dexterity? Okay, if I'm a -4 AC and I'm not wearing any armor, what would my dexterity to be? What is a -14 on dex adjustment?
That we don't even.
Don't I have I'm godlike. Don't
That's
I have a
right.
-14 on dex adjustment?
That's true.
So what would you do? I get it?
But you probably have natural armor somehow. I don't know. Maybe you're made.
Oh,
of,
that's true. I'm leathery.
It's right.
All
so
right.
it's still. I'll even give you 18. So pickpockets plus times. Yeah. So 35%. You would normally have. First level thief has 30% chance to pickpocket without dex. Mm-hmm. So you have a 25% chance. I'll give you 35% chance.
So am I rolling it? Am I converting this to D20?
Yeah. So 35% is 7. So you need a 13.
Okay. I need a 13.
Yeah.
Here we go. Nah, hey Mal. So how's the wife and the bugbear kids doing?
Oh, everyone's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, I mean the one.
I gotta go, Mal.
What?
I gotta go. Sorry.
what?
Gotta go. Yeah, sorry. I hear my kids. Yeah, I got that stonework to do on the to-do list. Yeah, you know the wife's upset about the stones are out of place.
Oh,
You know.
well, I'm
Yeah.
sorry to hear that. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to room 4.
Yeah. Wait. I think I saw a paladin go down that
Ooh,
way.
good. I'm
Yeah.
gonna sneak up on him.
That'd be great.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get it.
See you, Mal.
All right, bye,
All right.
Pesty.
Yes. So what now? So now announce what happened, right? What happened? I rolled a 13.
That's right. You rolled 13.
So I pickpocketed you.
Yeah. So now we have to figure out what you pickpocketed.
So I won.
You
The
did.
Pesty's the champ.
I would give the Pesty a champ. Yay! Cheering crowd.
Yeah. Because I did what I came to do.
Right. And you
Right.
survived.
And I survived. Oh, I hope I get something good. Oh, no. This is going to be great. Ready for this, James? This is a segue to the Antiques Roadshow.
Okay.
The Pesty is coming,
That's right. Well, unfortunately, he's going to pick something individual from the bugbear, which is probably
terrible. All right. What is
probably
wrong with
not
that? That's
good.
probably not going to work.
JKLNM. All right.
So tell me where you're going, sir.
So I'm looking in the treasure types in the monster manual. JKLNM. We are going to the back of the monster manual on page 105.
Oh, yeah. There's no chance of any maps or... This is terrible.
All right.
J is 3 to 24 pieces of copper,
Yep.
3 to 18 pieces of silver, and 2 to 12
Piece of
pieces.
electrode. JKLNM.
Though the good news is it's 100% on each one, correct?
Yes.
So, all right. So how much copper did I get?
2, 7, 9. 9 copper.
Okay. 3 to 18 pieces of silver.
5, 6, 8. 2 to 12.
2 to 12 electrum.
8 electrum.
That's
and JKL. No, I think
That's
it was
it.
M. Right?
Oh, and M. I'm sorry. Yes.
see,
Oh, that would make sense. Gold. Because I was like, why wouldn't you be taking gold?
JKLNM. Zip M. 2 to
Okay.
8.
So they're smart. They don't carry magic or maps with them.
Not with them. 6 gold pieces. So I'm going to assume he kept all his money in one thing.
Okay, now, can you do an intelligence check? Because later you're going to be like, where's my money? Right?
Yeah.
Well, wait. What's the bugbear's intelligence is what? It is low to average low. So wait a second, we got to figure out what the range is. Low is 5 to 7. So it sounds like it's 5
5
to
to
8.
8. Yeah, I would
5,
say 5
6,
to
7, 8.
For D4.
5.
5. He's 5.
He's a 5?
Yeah.
He's a
He barely functions.
he's a moron. No wonder that was easy. This is great. He keeps making money, and I just keep taking it. Oh, so this could also be like...
Does he? First of all, how does he speak to him? I don't think Scythes had their own language. I don't think they spoke.
Oh.
But we're going to let that slide. You did slide by. me.
Common? Oh, wait, let's see that. You're right. Hold on, let's look that up. Wait, but I thought of something else here. So the bugbears, they kill adventurers.
Right.
And then the Snaiads, they're parasites.
Right,
They
they're just-
steal from the bugbears.
Right. Because they're stupid.
Okay, hang on. Let's see. How do they talk? How
The
did the...
Snaiads surprise the parties, but don't do anything about it. They let the bugbears know. The bugbears kill them, and then they steal the stuff.
Yeah, because why am I going to do that?
Right. Why get in trouble? Right.
Try to steal from this paladin? This 8th level paladin?
No, let him fight them. Exactly.
Hallmark stealing hearts? The guy's good. Snaiads, they have no language.
Yeah. Somehow you talked. You're the smartest Snaiad ever.
I learned common.
Apparently.
I have
here's
no
my,
language.
Here's my intelligence check. 8.
Guess I dropped it.
What did I do?
The wife's like, where's that money? Did you get the milk?
You went to the bar again. No, I didn't.
So So he goes to buy the milk, and he's like, goes to pay for it. He's like, oh, damn.
And then he just hits the guy.
Where's that? It takes it. Okay.
It just murders. All right.
All right.
All right. So the Snyad won.
It's a big ecosystem.
So I don't know if that was D&D, but there you go. That was something.
Well.
Oh, divine. Do I get
Oh.
divine intervention? I want divine
But you're
intervention.
such an idiot. What are you praying for? Like when you don't get the
I
money.
lost my money, dear. I want to. Who's the?
Why did I lose? Pray to. Oh yeah. Why did you lose your money?
Right.
Because the wife's really angry.
Right.
Oh darn it. Yes, there is. Hang on. The DMG. He's sitting. I know. He's like sitting on a rock or something, isn't he?
Yes. You look him up. I gotta get some more tape.
If you look on the DMG, non-human deities, bugbears. I want to see like a letter. Bugbears. Hruggek. Why do they do this, James? Hruggek. Hruggek, bugbear deity. He's sitting on a rock. Bugbears have a simple pantheon of 6 deities. Did you know that? Oh, including gods of earth, death, fertility, hunting, and fear. I didn't know that there was other bugbear deities. Did you? That's awesome. Hruggek, the god of... Oh, he's just a god of battle. He's not like their main guy. He's just a god of battle. Oh, he's the most powerful and important. Should keep reading.
Yeah.
Though he doesn't rule the others though. He doesn't rule. Oh, there's a bugbear deity of fertility, James.
Ooh. Ooh. Nice.
Hruggek appears as a huge. Do you think there's like a bugbear version of Porky's?
Sure. Why not?
Hruggek appears as a huge, powerful bugbear with great fangs and clawed hands and feet. These clawed hands. Okay, we don't really care. He lives in a great cave in Pandemonium. It sounds like a club. Pandemonium, which is decorated with the severed heads of his conquered opponents. Bugbear shamans worship Hruggek by offering him the blood of their enemies. All right, this is awesome. Okay.
So I get my divine intervention. I'm praying him because I keep losing my money.
Wait, well, who would you be praying to? You have earth, death, fertility, hunting, and fear. I guess you're to him because you're right. You're right, guy.
He's the main guy.
He's the main guy. He's the most powerful.
Nope.
44.
Because he doesn't get it. All right. Well, very good. Well, I know Vic is going to come on in a little bit, but maybe we can do the Antique Roadshow.
Let's do it. Okay. This. Oh yeah, you got a bumper, don't you?
I do.
So, in this segment, I play a person who has an item that they would like appraised.
Right.
And James will play the appraiser, and I will randomly roll the item. James will not know what item I have rolled, and I will describe the item. James will try to guess what the item is.
Correct.
He will try to identify it without use of the identify spell.
That's right.
And he will then give an estimate of how much this item would be sold for at auction.
Yes.
For those of you following at home, I am now on page 121 of the Dungeon Master's Guide, Table 3, Magic Items. I will roll. James will not see what I roll.
Correct.
But I will hold it up for those watching at...
If they're watching, you can see.
Okay, and you guys, that is what I rolled. Okay. All right, so I'm now going to the next table. I am on, I'm not going to tell the page number because that might give James. James knows the DMG like he knows the movie Porky's.
That's right.
So I will now roll percentile for that one. And I will hold this up for people to see.
Well, I don't know the rest of it now because I have to know the first one to know the rest of it. You can just tell people the next part.
No, I don't want any. Okay,
Wow.
well, it's a, no, it was a 45. Okay, let me now look this up. I want to look this up, James, so give me a second.
Sure.
Thank you.
So we pretend that we're playing the PBS special known as the Antique Roadshow. So
Okay, James just got a suit for copyright, but that's okay. No problem.
it's a version of, hey, Leroy's on. Hello,
We have
sir.
insurance. Is he in the Azores? Where is
No,
he? Where is he
Leroy.
located?
Leroy's not in the Azores. Leroy's on the Trans-Canadian Highway, typically.
Right. Murder.
Or well, we don't know that.
Oh, okay.
Or he's putting up some excellent posts about D&D. If you've not seen his Twitter, it's full of good stuff on there.
Okay, apparently. All right, no, I don't want to say anything.
You can't. If you tell me, then of course it may be obvious when you describe what it is.
Okay. Okay.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Welcome to the Artifact Roadshow. What brings you in today?
Yes, so I purchased an item from a small creature.
Ooh, interesting. Do you know? Tell me about the creature. Do you know anything about him?
He was not very talkative.
Okay.
He was he's very small.
Not very intelligent, you think?
Well, it's hard to know because he
Right.
didn't speak much.
So, but he knew how to sell something.
He did know how to sell something. He
Okay.
was hand gestures, and he sold me this item,
Okay.
and I paid 1,000 gold pieces.
Wow.
for
How'd
it,
you come
which
up
was-
with the amount? How does that work in hand gestures?
Well, I would hand him gold, and he kept waving
Ah.
toward himself, which led me to believe he wanted more.
The ability of interspecies to communicate is amazing. Okay, so this small fellow that you found wanted to sell something. You bought this for 1,000 gold pieces.
Yes.
And obviously he didn't tell you anything about this item.
No, he told me nothing, but it seemed to me to be very valuable.
Okay.
And here it is.
Ah.
And what you would see, James, is laying there is you would see what appears to be a dagger, a
Ah.
little scabbard, and I say, and so this is what I bought.
Oh, so this appears to be a small sword or dagger, kind of like this.
Easy.
May I unsheath it?
Oh, please.
So when I pull it out, is it glowing?
It is.
Ooh. So what do you think the glowing means?
Well, I was told that there is a way that there's a way that for people who want to have light at night, that there are some holy men or holy women who will cast spells. I've heard about this. That they will cast spells
Right.
on objects to make it
Glow.
To make it glow. And so I've been using it. So what I do now is I keep this next to my bed, and so I'm getting a little up there in age, and I have to use the garter robe a little more often than I used to.
Right.
And so what I do is I use this to find my way to the garter robe, and certainly to make sure that there's no giant spiders.
Right.
Waiting to.
Or centipedes, which are everywhere.
Right. Oh yeah. Yes.
Terrible.
Awful.
Do you have a centipede infestation like I do? It really makes living in this town painful.
Well, I've got a guy, so I can recommend you to you. And so I would use this.
How far does it illuminate, do you think?
Do you have a place? Do you have a place here where we could
No,
go?
I just
It's dark.
I just assumed you did this. You use this at night, right, to walk around.
Oh, I did. I didn't know if you were taking me to a special place.
No, I'm not going to take you any place. I was just curious how it was.
I would say so. I would say it's about 10 feet.
Okay, so
Is-
it gets
is-
you to the loo or whatever it
Into
is.
the garter
to the
robe.
chamber room.
Right to the chamber pot of the garter. I have a garter robe, sir. I'm very wealthy. So,
Wow,
right,
excellent.
Right, and so I do my business, and that's what I've been using it for. And so that's what I thought this was a very useful item to have, and so that's what I've done. And then of course I have had some problems with say centipedes and things, and so I have used it at times.
You're proficient. You're skilled with the dagger.
Yes, I cut bread with it.
Okay, very
I
good.
get right, meat, venison.
Wow.
And I can tell you that it. What's interesting about it is I've tried to use it on sometimes bigger. So this is a little embarrassing.
Okay. It's
So-
not embarrassing. That's why you're here.
So I have a son. He's kind of a no good
Yeah,
half orc
I get that.
son. His father. Oh boy, half orc son.
So you're a woman then.
You couldn't tell. Rude. Can I speak to your manager?
I am the manager.
Rude. Yes, I'm a woman. And so his father was a bum, okay? He was fecund.
Oh, right.
And he was crass, rude, crude, and crass. And so his son's a bum. My son, his son. And so I tried to use the dagger on him. And what was weird is it didn't work as well.
Ah.
It still moved kind of nice, but like when I was like, when I would kill like some of those, like, like that giant, because I make a very good rat stew.
Oh, really?
And so sometimes
You're a catch. Are you single right
it's
now?
hard to, well, so I don't know. I mean, me and my son's father, we've been talking about, well, maybe we should get back together, York. he's a little more attractive than you.
It's good.
You've got a lot of competition.
That's good.
And so it wouldn't, it seems like it cuts particularly well. Like when I was going after that giant rat, it looks like, it moved nicer. And when I was going after him, it was okay, but it didn't seem, for some reason, it seems good for like cutting up like,
rats.
Yeah, and things like that.
Okay.
So any idea what this might be?
Well, this material, the metal, is it's not special that I can tell. It's not, and that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just the alloys are good, but they're not exceptional. Some places in Greyhawk and the world, they leverage meteorite metals and other metals.
This may have come from outer space,
is
because that's
not-
what I heard.
This is not an outer space one, unfortunately. You did not get an outer space one.
Oh.
I think that this is, again, it's fine. The metal is folded properly, and it's been refined well. But I think this was a special purpose. So you've heard of various animals that have been bred to help get rid of pests like vermin and this and that. Well, some people keep gnomes in their house, very wealthy aristocrats. And they keep gnomes in their house to get rid of rats and other creatures because they can speak to, burrowing mammals. Right. And sometimes the rats don't agree, and so they give the gnome this weapon to deal with them. So I think that this weapon is made for dispatching of, certain types of creatures. And I'm going to say either rats or some kind of half-rat creatures, possibly. So I'm going to say this is a normal magical weapon. It increases your chance by a percentage. 5% you get better at it. But it's probably way better against creatures. I'm going to guess this is like Lycanthropes, which are half-rat, half-thing creatures. That's my guess. But I really don't. It's hard to tell without the history of this.
Oh, well, okay. I'm a little disappointed, I gotta tell you, because I didn't think that, I'm not sure that I would run into a lot of those.
No, unless you have a lot of, it's good for rats, but primarily for half-rat creatures and gnomes, I guess, they're similar size, so it was very good for them.
Well, so I guess then that means the good news is that my son is not a rat man.
He's not a rat man. He is not a rat man.
I guess that's something. Maybe that's worth the price. Do you think I overpaid? Like, how much, if I was going to sell this, how much do you think I would get at auction?
Well, I think at auction, especially if you didn't bring your orc ex-husband, or whatever he was, you did very well. I think this is worth at least 7,500 gold pieces.
Wow. How much should I insure it for?
Probably 5,000 gold pieces.
Wow. Well, thank you very much.
Well, I wish you the best, and for rats, this is perfect for you. And
if,
good luck with your ex-husband or whatever he was.
And if it doesn't work out,
let me know.
Give me a call.
Right, exactly.
All right. Well, all right, James. This was you did well. You're not quite on the money.
Yeah, I figured.
You are correct though that this, of course, is a dagger +1, which you got, and it is +2 versus creatures smaller than man size.
Oh. Very good. That's a good one. I don't even remember that.
And so the value was a mere $750.
Oh, see, I thought so. I got.
But you shouldn't be disappointed, James, because now this woman can say that this has been certified as worth what, 7,500,
right?
And +2 versus lycanthrope. So it's been pawned off on somebody who is going hunting for a werewolf. And unfortunately, the poor guy was killed, of course.
Well, he wouldn't be killed
No, I
necessarily
know.
because he is magical.
It
so
is
he's
+1.
He's able to do that. But I did not remember the +2 versus smaller than man size. Is it +2 versus smaller than man size?
+2, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I looked it up. They don't. The DMG does not discuss it. No entry. So there it is.
Interesting. Well, I don't. That's something I totally forgot about that dagger because the only dagger I thought was a poison dagger, right? And besides the magic dagger, so there's different. I did not remember that dagger. Okay. So there's the dagger venom. That was the one I was thinking. Well, it's either a normal dagger. Well, and it's interesting too. I forgot that there is no normal +1 dagger, even though you get them all the time.
Yes.
You can't roll for one.
And you know what I rolled on the first die roll? I thought it was gonna be something awesome. You know, I rolled a 0-0.
Oh wow.
So I was thinking artifact. I mean, I knew better than that. I know, but you know, you roll a 0-0, and you're thinking, you know, it's like wow.
Yeah.
And it was just miscellaneous weapon, which was kind of a disappointment.
Well, so that is interesting. I forgot about with dagger. If you try to randomly roll one, you cannot roll a dagger +1, though they're found everywhere.
That is weird.
We give them out like candy, but you cannot roll one.
Maybe it's not on there because Gary's like, look, enough of the dagger +1s.
Right.
So maybe it's anti-dagger +1. Okay.
So yeah, I was I had undersold. You know, Jonathan's like I went a little high for that. Well, daggers are always an interesting thing. I thought it was because, you know, again, I thought it was the one against lycanthropes. Okay, any of the daggers are not worth that, but the lycanthrope one, let me see.
Is that a sword, I
Yeah.
assume? Yeah.
It's only worth 3,500 to sell. Okay, so the swords, you have to get into the +3 swords or above.
You know, it's interesting that the one against lycanthrope is only 3,500. Because, you know, I got a feeling if you've got a lycanthrope problem, you're willing to pay.
I'm going to pay a lot.
Right? There's a werewolf in town. I'm willing to pay.
And it's just odd. Like a hammer +2 is 6,000, whereas I guess because you can throw it, but you can throw a dagger +2, +3 versus larger than man size. So that some of the economy doesn't make any sense to me. But okay, well, very good.
The problem. Well, can I just mention one thing? The problem with the magical daggers is that even with the +1, is it really worth doing if you've got a sword? Like, why do you use a dagger? Unless you're like a magic user, right? Magic users can use daggers, can't they?
Yes.
Unless you're a magic user, if you're a fighter, why are you using a dagger +1 over a longsword?
If you're not using weapon adjustments, then
Oh.
if you're using weapon adjustments, swords are probably better in most cases. The case is if it's something you can't fight, like a lycanthrope or an undead creature that only magic items, if you don't have a
that's
silver
true.
weapon,
Oh, that's true.
you know, against
That's
the
a good
white,
point. That's a good point.
you're going to use a dagger.
You're right.
And if you have high strength, the value of the dice roll becomes a little bit less. So if you have a great strength, let's say 1876 or 1890, you're getting +5 damage. Better to get something.
Oh, right, to get the hit. Ah, very good point.
And if let's say you have a longsword, a longsword on average would do 4.5 damage, right? You take the 1 and the 8, you add it and divide it by 2. In this case, the dagger would normally do 2.5, but you add +1 all the time because of the dagger.
So you could probably you could probably run the numbers and figure out on average, are you doing more hit point damage?
On average, you're going to do more with the longsword, but it's not as dramatic as it would be. So like a +2 dagger on average would do the same as a normal longsword.
The light is nice though.
Yes, the light is nice.
In any event.
Right.
And it's only 10 feet. That's not much, but a magic dagger's kind of nice.
Yeah. So and if you had a high dexterity, and you had a high strength, using 2 magic daggers, you get 2 attacks versus 1 attack with a longsword.
Oh. Wait, say that again. Right.
You can attack with 2 weapons.
Oh yeah.
So let's say you had an 18
Yeah,
dex.
that's absolutely right. Yeah, you're right. That's no penalty and -1. I think.
That's right.
That's right.
So if I was a normal fighter, not book that shall not be named,
Right.
and I could make 1 attack with a longsword, or if I had a decent strength and I could had 2 +1 daggers, better to use the 2 +1 daggers.
Yeah.
If you wanted to attack and get more damage.
Right. And you need the good dex.
Yes, you need
On-
very
on
good dex and very
defense,
good
yeah.
strength.
All right.
But as a fighter, you're going to put your con, strength, and dex. Those are going to be your 3. You're going to put your best scores in. So if you have 3 good scores, that's what you would do.
Right. Okay.
Well, very good. We're going to take a quick intermission and get our dear friend Vic Dorso on. Hold on just a second, folks.
And now, before the next show starts, let's enjoy an intermission. You'll find our snack bar chock full of good things to eat and drink. tasty, tempting hot dogs, thirst-quenching soft drinks, fresh, crunchy popcorn, a complete assortment of delicious candy, and a full line of cigarettes. You've plenty of time, so visit the snack bar now. A tasty treat will double your enjoyment of the show.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Your dungeon master has placed you in a dreadfully precarious position. You're playing the most phenomenal game ever created. Your skin grows cold from your first glimpse of the enormous beast. It's a product of your imagination. Survival depends on a quick, decisive move. Your choices are limited. Stand and fight, or run. Use your lightning bolt. Victory is yours.
Win the treasure.
TSR Hobbies, Dungeons & Dragons games. Products of your imagination.
Challenge your imagination to come alive and to battle with the creatures of Dungeons and Dragons. Grapple against the forces of evil as a Marvel Comics superhero. Hunt adventure and glory as Indiana Jones. The all-new role-playing games of TSR and Dungeons and Dragons. Unleash the power of your imagination.
You are the player, and the arcade is the arena. You focus your mind and propel yourself into a universe where you're the master of your destiny for as long as you can keep the trip going. This is the arcade experience. We're ColecoVision. We bring the arcade experience home with games like Donkey Kong with multiple screens, arcade controls, and arcade graphics that let you have the arcade experience at home because your vision is our vision. ColecoVision.
Open the world of advanced Dungeons & Dragons action figures. Strongheart, Bronze Dragon, Morduk, Nightmare. Discover a world of mystery and magic.
Stand back, Strongheart. You shall never have this treasure.
Evil is no match for good until we meet again.
Advanced Dungeons & Dragons action figures from LJN. Pure magic.
In the eerie world of deep, dark dungeons, mystery and magic seem real. There's good against evil with advanced Dungeons & Dragons action figures. War Duke, Kellic, Strongheart, and Bronze Dragon, each sold separately.
Beware, Strongheart. You will cast an evil spell and steal the treasure. Well, evil is no match for good. The treasure is safe.
Advanced Dungeons & Dragons action figures, Kellic, War Duke, Bronze Dragon, Strongheart, each sold separately from LJN.
Now, Bobby! Let's go!
Wow! Thanks, Bobby! No sweat, Diana.
Your time has run out.
Come on! We've got to find Dungeon Master!
Let's see if this works. Okay, so we are now back, and we have a new little figure in the center us between Dan and I.
Where?
Exactly. Where? Who? Who what?
Who what? What are you talking about?
We got Mr. Vic Dorso.
Hey.
How are
how's
you
everybody
today?
doing? Well, a little worse for wear, but what can I say? Went out and got my COVID shot again. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good thing. It's has it affected you? You get run down from it?
I get tinnitus in the ears. That's
Oh,
what
really?
So it's like, yeah, got a constant little buzzing for the next week, and I'll be fine though. So, hopefully it doesn't affect my time at GaryCon. So.
Well, very good. Well, you obviously are the founder and creator of DaveCon, which is something that has been a work of passion that you've been working on for a long time, and that's coming up in a few weeks. So, we are huge fans of what you've done. You bringing the community together, and you've come to our convention the last 2 times we've had it here. So you had some big news that you wanted to announce, and of course we wanted to hear about it. So what's going on?
Okay, well, we are no longer having the convention at the original place. We have upgraded to the DoubleTree by Hilton. Everybody that's staying at the Hilton can now wear their fuzzy bunny slippers to the match.
Wow. So what was I know you had worked a long time with the original venue, and it was a big space, and so what was the why did you change spaces?
It was a logistical issue on their end that prompted this. They couldn't bring in certain products and stuff like that, and I raised my hand and I said, "All right, here it is. If you can't get it done by X, then we're gonna need this opt out of our contract." And they graciously let us opt out, and we moved up to the DoubleTree by Hilton, which is going to be a lot quieter space. There is a full bar for everybody to go get smashed on, and everything else. I mean, I just think it's a better suit for us and everything else. And hopefully in the future, this will be our location too. So I would compare this to a GaryCon. Y'all been to GaryCon, except for it's a little more
intimate. It's more intimate.
A little more Gary. This is a little more Dave.
Yeah. So it's going to work out just fine. So.
And for our listeners who might not know about what DaveCon is and when it's happening and who's attending, maybe you can remind them.
April 8th through the 10th, correct?
Right. Top of the list, we've got David Wesley in his Bronstein game. He'll be attending. He'll be playing on Friday and Saturday. We got Mr. Hurt. He's coming on Saturday to play some Empire of the Petal Thrones and the first campaign game, which is run by Dave Arneson. We've got Ernie Gygax coming in, gaming all 3 days. And we've got...
who's Ernie Gygax? I don't know Gygax. I don't know that name.
I think he's the spawn of Gary Gygax.
And Dave Wesley, if I recall correctly from our interview, which you were very kind and helped arrange, is many people believe Bronstein was the genesis of role-playing games. So I have that right?
Yep. He is the genesis, and if you're not in one of his games, you've got to get into one of his games. It's fascinating. Mr. Wesley is like a historian. As you're playing the game, he gives you the whole detailed history of Dave Arneson, Dungeons and Dragons. He's been there and seen it all. He is the gentleman scholar.
So playing in that game is also like going to a seminar on the origins of role-playing games. Okay.
Right. Yep. And of course, we have, last but not least, Mr. Tim Cast, former editor of Dragon Magazine. Actually, he was there for all the originals. Was it 1 through 32, something like that? He produced part of those, all of those magazines. He will be there to give Robert Ritchie a lesson in magazine editing and stuff like that. But
right, because Rob Ritchie, of course, editor-in-chief of Flipping and Turning magazine. So it'll be like looking at like the next generation, right, for Tim, right?
That's
right.
Seeing the torch bat. So I think, because again, you came on when you announced it, but just to recall, folks, this passion project of yours is because, like a lot of people, obviously Gary Gygax and that history of Lake Geneva, Chicago, Wisconsin, people have some some people, especially newer players, don't realize that a lot of the history of D&D starts in Minneapolis and Minnesota, and there's a lot of groups there, like you said, like Dave Wesley and Dave Arneson, and you live in the Minneapolis area, so you know a lot of these folks as well, and you've been part of that history, both from the Minneapolis side, but you know a lot of the folks there too. So it's super awesome that you said, hey, basically, we need to do a Dave Con just like there was a Gary Con.
Right, and I mean, I've taken some flack from certain parties because they wouldn't get off their butt and do it themselves. But hey, you don't want to be a step up and put your money where your mouth is. Then you know what can we say? We'll just do it ourselves. You know,
we're not getting any younger.
That's right. Yeah.
We're gonna be dead soon.
Right. I mean, when we started down here, it's because there was not really an old school tournament, and same thing. You said, well, what are you waiting for? Because plus you're moving down to Florida. You're part of it at some point.
And eventually the exodus from Minnesota will happen because of my old bones and everything else, and I'll come down there to haunt you guys every week.
That'd be great. That'd be awesome. That'll be you know that's the plan. Is we hope as people go, gee, it's really cold up here. They'll want to come down. So it's April 8th through the 10th, and where can people get tickets?
If you look at davecon.net or tabletop events, or we'll have tickets for sale, of course, at the registration desk if they want to just show up. We can work that out. We got plenty of games. I even dare to say we even got a couple people coming in to play 5e. So if that's your bag, you can come in and play 5e, which is you know, I was a little dismayed at seeing these, but I'll let it go for now.
Well, my take on that is, you know, there's going to be people who want to play the latest and greatest regardless of it. So that's how it is. Where, you know, Dan and I just don't have the patience to. I'm sure there's some great things in it, but this is the game we know, or we think we know.
Well, I'm trying to pretend it's the 1980s.
Right.
So playing 5e isn't not going to work.
Right. Well, hey. You know what I say? I don't have the spare brain space for that. You know.
we haven't figured out 1e yet. How can we go to 2e?
That's
right. We can't even go to 2e, right?
We're still
confused.
Yeah, well, as I say, 2e is a primer for 1e. How's that? You know, because it's basic down a little bit, I think. So that's what I call 2e. So anyways,
how is our dear friend Go Delicious doing?
Yes, Go Delicious will be in attendance, right? I can't play. Vic, you didn't mention
there he is.
You mentioned Ernie Gygax, Dave Wesley, Tim Kask. Why not Go Delicious?
And he's going to GaryCon, right, with you?
Yes, he's going to GaryCon with me, and I've decided I'm going to auction him off at DaveCon.
Ooh.
It does not mean you have ownership of it, but if you are part of the Grog Empire, he's going to be auctioned off and go home with you as a temporary resident of your gaming lair and be part of his travels, and then you can forward him on to somebody else. But he's going to be auctioned off and part of the scholarship auction here at DaveCon, which I urge everyone, if you've got spares or duplicates or something like that, something neat of gaming memorabilia, to bring it up, and we will auction it off for you. The 100% of the proceeds go to you, but there's a 10% buyer's premium, which will go into the Dave's scholarship fund, so that some lucky kid will go to school because of their dad or mom's gaming habit. So,
yeah, that is. That's something that, you know, I think people forget about, or at least I forgot about, that not only is this, it's really a celebration of Dave's contribution to the game, and to, you know, put him in his rightful place as one of the pillars of the hobby that we love. And part of it that you're doing is you're giving back to the community by establishing this scholarship, which is super awesome.
Mm-hmm. And let's see here, what else is going on? Oh, there are, if you game with David Wesley, Gygax, Kask, and or Mr. Oh God,
Go Delicious.
Yeah, Go Delicious. Yeah, No. Bill Hoyt. If you game with one of those 4, you're going to get something special for gaming with them.
Oh, really?
I'm not gonna tell you what, but if you game with them, you get something special. Have this in the works now since basically the inception of the convention, and you're going to get something that will go nicely with your gaming gear. And it's a one of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's there's only one in the world. So
I have no idea, but that's what makes it exciting.
Right.
Is Jeannie aware? Because I'm assuming Jeannie was behind this. Is Jeannie aware? Jeannie, for our listeners, that's
significant
that's
other
significant
of Mr. Vic Dorso.
Right, and she's the Empress Strangler.
She's the Empress Strangler.
Is she aware that the theme of GrogCon is goats and druids?
That's what we rolled.
I told her that, and she gave me the look of, what are those two up to?
Wait, didn't she suggest the name? That wasn't her? It was you submitted it, and I assumed it came from the Empress Strangler, since she loves druids.
Oh yeah, she is. If she doesn't have a druid in a campaign, she gives me the look. You know what I'm saying? It's just
So
like if it's
don't dodge the question, Vic. Did an Empress Strangler suggest the name Goats and Druids or not?
I think she did, but
Yeah,
I don't.
It doesn't sound like Vic, does it?
No, it doesn't sound like Vic. All the other ones that he picked, all the goat, Revenge of the Goat, the Gotanic Panic. That's the one I liked.
That's one I liked, but it wasn't debate.
The dice don't lie.
All right.
We had to say that. So
I thought she'd be happy. Apparently she. Well, I don't know why she thinks we're weird. Okay.
I don't know. I think she's trying to figure out how you're gonna make a module, or Carlos, or whoever.
It was her idea.
Well, I know.
Now she wants to know, like, what are we gonna do with that? What's wrong with us?
That's
kind of her
That's kind of like
entry.
how I feel with all your suggestions, Dan. What am I going to do with this? So.
Touche.
Well, very good, sir. I'm glad it's going well. How's your stress with that? Is it going well? You feel pretty
stress
good?
level from 0 to 10, Vic. What's your stress level? 0 to 10.
It was 10 last week when last week it was up to a 10 probably last Saturday because of I couldn't figure out what the venue was doing, and then it went down.
That would be stressful.
It went down to about a 3 on was it Wednesday or Thursday afternoon. As soon as the contract was signed over at the Hilton, at the DoubleTree, it was like, this is a weight off my back, and they're willing to do a whole lot more than the former place was willing to do. So they're looking very forward to seeing us there. And like I said, it's fuzzy bunny slippers, bathrobes, whatever you want to wear, basically.
And they have still rooms available for folks there?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep. They got plenty of rooms, and they have let's say, like I said, a full restaurant, full bar. They even got a Starbucks for those people that need coffee in the morning, just like GaryCon. So I mean, basically all the amenities of GaryCon except for the view of Lake Geneva, so.
Well, very good, sir. We look forward to hearing more about it. And if any other breaking news, of course, give me a holler, and we want to put that on our sites and social media because we know how it is to put a con on. It's a lot of effort.
What? We'll find out here in, let's see here, on Thursday or Friday when I get down to GaryCon and I start shaking some more hands, and we'll see what else develops when I'm doing that down there. So maybe we'll wrangle up a couple more guests to come on, and people will be more ecstatic about coming. So plenty of tickets left. So don't fear that. You can get into just about any game you want at this point. So.
And that is what is, I think, one of the nice things about a convention like this, or the one that we host. I mean, GaryCon's an experience. There's no doubt about it. I mean, GaryCon's amazing. I mean, I've been multiple times. But what's kind of nice sometimes about these smaller conventions is you don't have to worry so much about competing about getting a seat.
Right.
I mean, you could go there and meet Ernie and
play with these people,
Yeah,
and not have 2,000 people competing against you.
Yeah, right. So that's that's at least one of the pluses, I think.
Yeah, and it's more of the intimate thing. I mean, these guys are. I haven't scheduled Tim Cast or Ernie or David Leslie or all of our guests. I've only scheduled them for about a half day of gaming each. So what's probably going to happen is they might be sitting in on some of your games. I mean, if you're a dungeon master or you're another player, they might just be sitting in on your game and going, "Hey, I'm going to play this game with these guys here," and so you could be rubbing elbows with some legends as you're playing. So
my stress level would be 10. If I'm DMing and Ernie or Tim Kask is that because how, and I'm like, no, that's not the way it works.
Right.
What am I going to tell them that?
Right.
No, my stress level would be 10. I just couldn't do it. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally playing with the people who played back in the day.
Right.
But again, I think based on our conversations with them and our conversation with Vic, they're very gracious people. They if you're having a good time, they're good with it.
Oh, it's not them, it's me.
That's true.
I'd be nervous. No, they're very nice. We've had both of those guys on the show, and they're very nice.
And also, there is a couple game designers that will be there too with new games that they're going to be setting up a little demonstration tables too for people to play their games. So if you're interested in that too, during one of your breaks, you can sit in and see how these new games work too. I forgot about those guys.
Oh, okay, great.
Goats and Druids.
Goats and Druids.
There's only 2 classes.
Exactly.
You're a goat or a druid.
That's right. Your choices.
Well, maybe I can Shanghai Robert Ritchie into doing some things,
Exactly. Yeah, we saw him on Thursday. He's looking forward to it. I guess he's going to have a car ride with you, and I mean, if you get with Vic, you fly in a certain time, Vic will pick you up with Tim and Tim and Rob. Who are you picking up as well?
All at once. I'm thinking of picking up Tim, the Queller, Robert Ritchie, and Brando. I think I'm picking up Brando out of Virginia. What's his? I don't remember what his.
Yes, our Brando. Yeah, he's from Virginia. He's a good guy.
Yep.
We had a great time with him. So
and don't forget,
they're all flying in within a half hour of each other. So I'm like, okay, I'm at the airport anyway. So
right.
I might as well just pack them all in my expedition and drive them up to the airport. And they're all staying at the same hotel, so it's a win-win for them and for me, because then I can scoot inside, make sure preparations are correct and everything else, and I get some free labor to help me bring in whatever goodies I got to bring in. So.
Absolutely.
And this is what I need you to have done. Okay, so are you going to see is Tim Kask or Ernie is going to be at Gary Con? I don't know if Tim Kask is.
Yep, he'll be there.
Okay, get photos there with Go Delicious with them, each one of those.
Yeah.
Then print it out, bring it to Dave Con, have them sign it so we can put it up here.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be.
Okay, so do the best you can. I know that's a big ask.
I don't think that'll be too tall.
That'd be pretty cool.
If I can't get it down at Gary Con, I'll definitely
you can do it at Dave.
Yeah, but you got to print it out. Oh, that's true. You could get it done. You could race off to the Kinko's. Get it printed out.
Right.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
I can email it right over to Office Max.
That's right.
On a poster.
Yes, and let them to sign it, and then so maybe like a joint photo, and they can both sign it, and we can put it behind us. All right, because we're living vicariously, James.
That's right. This is awesome.
Through a goat.
Through the goat. Well, the goat has better life than we do. We already know that.
He's younger.
All right, sir. Well, I know you got a lot of planning, and this is still kind of early for you, but so I'm so glad you're able to share this information. So now it's at the DoubleTree DaveCon, April 8th through the 10th. Go to davecon.net for tickets and all information. And have a great time up there, Vic. Best wishes to you. Thanks so much.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
All right, we'll see you later. Bye-bye
Thanks,
now.
Scourge.
Yep, bye-bye. Yep.
All right.
Can I take these headphones off?
You can.
Yay. Always good to talk to the Scourge.
It is. It is always good to talk to the Scourge.
We know how stressful it is, as you mentioned, putting on a con. So we wish him the best of luck. It is stressful.
It's the anticipation. I will say that once the con is going, it's a lot of fun.
It is.
I say for us though, we have the advantage. We use, Craig is the one who kind of does a lot of what Vic is doing. So a lot of things we don't have to deal with.
Our stress meter points, we just send over to Craig.
Right.
He takes them from us.
Right.
Right.
It's so much better that we don't have to deal with some of the nonsense that that he has to deal with, because it's a lot. It's a lot that you got to deal with and make sure things happen. You know, you want to try to have a good time with folks, but you know, you're the host of people coming. You know, we had people from Mexico come. We had people from all over the country come, and they're looking to you to make sure things are going well. So
they want to know where the bathroom is.
They definitely want to know where the bathroom is. So anyhow, we are on to our Have You Ever stage of this event.
So on this segment of the show, you get to play a half-orc cleric assassin, one-eyed.
Right, a one-eyed.
Which can be important, don't forget that.
He took his dagger and...
To Grumsh.
To Grumsh, exactly.
One-eyed half-orc assassin, where you are going to go through an adventure and you will be faced with a situation,
right?
And there will be a series of choices, and you will try to pick the one that you think is the best choice, and then we'll see how you do. So you are half-assassin.
Half-assassin.
Half-assassin, the cleric assassin, level 4/7. You're a half-orc, and for those of you playing at home, you started with 35 hit points. Your deity, of course, is Bagtru. You are lawful evil, and this comes from the idea from Kelly Villamere, friend of the show, who did First Encounter magazine out of Canada in the early 80s. And he did a Had You Ever. We've done a series of them and enjoyed them so much that Rob Ritchie decided to write his own. So thanks to Rob Ritchie for...
Our Tim Kask.
Our Tim Kask doing the next installment. So you think when he gets in the car, he's like, I'm Tim Kask.
Right.
Hey, I'm Tim Kask.
Who's the doppelganger now?
Well, like with the Kramer episode of Seinfeld, yeah, I'm Kramer. No,
That's
I'm
right.
Kramer.
No, I'm Kramer.
I'm Tim Kramer. I'm Tim Kramer. So he's like a clone.
Exactly. We talked about that.
And so it is published in issue...
Oh, thank you. Flipping and Turning.
In issue number 7 of Flipping and Turning. So if
what a cover, too. Amazing.
It is amazing. Amazing. So if you are otherwise not inclined to buy any Flipping and Turning, you should at least get this one.
Right. And if you're a patron, you have access to it right now. Or if you want to be a patron, join us at patreon.com/grogtalk. You become a patron, and you'll have the link available to you to get a PDF version of this absolutely free.
Do you also get the football phone?
You don't get the football phone.
Do you remember that?
No, you don't get the
Sports Illustrated.
That's right, you get the football phone. Nope.
A wife's nightmare.
That's right.
Oh God, no.
It's fragile.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking of. It's like the lamb.
It's Italian. It's fragile.
Right. And I'm not saying there weren't husbands who were also horrified by the wife getting the football phone, but I'm thinking that more men probably like the football phone than women.
Absolutely.
Okay. If I recall correctly, James, you're dead.
I'm dead. I literally died the first one.
Right, because you were trying to talk to the guards. Very unlike you.
I was trying to be stealthy, and that was the mistake.
So for those who don't remember, this is, to do a little bit of background, we're in the royal city of Cortanvis. It's been overrun by an enemy army led by the wicked General Gaz, and the good Queen Mabel has been thrown into her own dungeon beneath the palace. A group of loyalists, I love how Rob's got a lot of exclamation points, which is very early 80s. I like that. A group of loyalists want you to infiltrate the palace, rescue Queen Mabel, and scout out the enemy's defenses so that they can mount a counterattack. But the fools, James, they don't realize that you're a spy for General Gaz. I mean, what? I'm a half-orc, one-eyed assassin.
They're not very bright.
They really aren't. No wonder they got overthrown. These lawyers are terrible. But that's the problem, is if you want to spy in 1E, you really got to hire an assassin, and this is risky business. It's like a Charon demon.
It is.
You know, you can't trust these guys.
Well, it is interesting because it says in the spying thing, because I was going to do an article about it, that assassins or others could be a spy.
Oh, you're right. So you don't have to be an assassin.
But it's the kind of it's the nom de plume or whatever it is. It's kind of the raison d'être, some other French term for it. Yeah,
right.
That's typically
what
Elvish
term for it.
Some kind of.
Right. So in other words, right, they tend to be assassins. I mean, and they're probably not easy to find a spy. You probably, if you're looking for a spy, you probably go to the Assassin's Guild.
Right.
And they're not doing it to a non-assassin.
Exactly.
So, but the money they've offered is good enough to overcome your loyalty. and they promised royal pardon for. So actually, they're not so stupid.
Right.
So they're like the chair. They know. Remember, you gotta like tip the chair demon a lot. They've given us a lot of money.
Right.
So,
I know that you know that I know that you know. It's basically that kind of thing.
Sounds like trying to figure out that surprise thing.
Right.
But you know, okay. And the promised royal pardon for you for your many, many wicked crimes would be a nice thing to have in any case. So if I recall correctly, we exited the dockside bar.
Yep.
We encountered the
rake.
That's right. Oh wait, yeah, that's right.
We
The
did the
drunken
rake.
rake. You're right.
Killed,
Drunken rake.
that's where I died.
Then the sun set, and we made our way toward the palace through the dark, rainy streets. Oh, that's right. We slipped into the alleyway, and we saw these animals. And I think I climbed up. They were rats, I think.
Yep,
I climbed
that's right.
up the wall.
You did.
Okay, so that's where we're at. Okay. The mouth of the alley leads to a narrow lane that runs up towards the palace. I appreciate this. Rob is getting us to the palace sooner rather than later. Remember the last assassin?
We kept going and going. We were like, when are we getting to this thing?
That's right. So I appreciate this. A patrol wearing the uniform of the enemy.
Or General whatever, Cass, whatever his name is.
Who, wait, now I got to remember, because I'm a half orc. You know what my intelligence is, James?
8.
Let me see, where is that? Wow, it's 11.
Oh, he's above average.
So I was working for Gaz, the bad guy.
Gaz,
but now
I'm a turncoat.
I'm turncoat, I'm easily bought.
Right.
So, okay, so they're now the enemy, because I'm getting confused.
That's right. That's why I was trying to figure it out.
Gaz, right, these are Gaz's troops guarding the palace.
I believe so.
Well, if they think I'm the good guy, why don't I just like, hey, let me in?
Right.
Right? Why do I need to do anything to these guys?
Exactly.
Because wasn't I working for Gaz?
Yes.
Yes, okay. All right. So, but you duck in, okay, a patrol wearing the uniform of the enemy is coming down the street, but you duck into the shadows until they turn a corner. Their sergeant falls behind, stopping to light his pipe. The patrol's booted feet recede, leaving their commander quietly smoking in the foggy street. He's a good writer.
Yeah.
Isn't
I
he?
feel it's a lot of tension.
Yeah, very dramatic, yes. You decide to, okay, so the patrol's booted feet recede, leaving their, so you've got a patrol smoking a pipe.
Well, you have a sergeant smoking a pipe, and the patrol is left.
Right, he's the sergeant of the, correct. Okay. Number 1, sneak forward quietly and backstab. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
2, charge and attack with sword. So I'm like screaming as I do it?
Yeah, I guess so. So 1 is backstab.
Yes. 2 is attack with sword.
All right.
3, assassinate the soldier. So I have a long discussion of whether this is, it's got to be optimal. Does it have to be optimal?
Possibly.
I am an assassin. I'm liking that. I mean, when you go to a chicken restaurant, you order chicken, right?
Right.
4, throw dagger, then attack with sword.
Yeah.
5, throw dagger, then run away. I like that. That reminds me of the last one, right? Throw dagger, then run away. 6, cast hold person, then attack with sword. That's right. Don't forget, you are a cleric. Do I have hold person?
Yeah.
I do. 7, wait for the soldier to leave. 8, cast silence, 15-foot radius, then attack with sword. 9, apply poison to your blade, then attack with sword. 10, cast protection from good, then attack with sword.
Protection from good.
He's Gaz's.
Oh, Gaz.
Right? He's Gaz's patrol.
I didn't know they were good. I thought they were evil.
Oh, wait, you're right. That makes no sense.
I thought Gaz is like an evil general.
Yes. No,
Okay.
you are right. I am wrong. That doesn't make a lot of sense. But then you're giving clues.
I know.
Okay, so
Sorry,
there it
that's
is.
right. I should have shut up. All right, so I put all 10. Backstab, attack with sword, assassinate soldier, throw dagger, then attack. Throw dagger and run away. Hold person, then attack. Wait for the soldier to leave. Silence 15-foot radius, then leave. Poison, then attack. Protection from good.
Okay. James, I think I'm going to do assassinate because I want to assassinate. Now, I know it's supposed to be under is it like optimal conditions I can only assassinate?
No, it said it assumes optimal conditions based on the percentage chance you have.
Then it lowers the less it's optimal. Right. He's smoking a pipe.
Right. He's not. Is he fully aware? He's not aware. But again, in order to assassinate, you have to have surprise. And if you remember, for those, well, I'm not going to mention this. What do people pick? You have 1 through 10.
It seems to me if I'm an assassin and you're standing there alone smoking a pipe, I should be able to assassinate you. I'm an assassin, for God's sake.
Well, what it says...
For Grump Shake.
When we did... Exactly.
Sorry. Yes, sorry.
If we remember what we did back when we did the assassin one is, if you surprise, you have some choices as an assassin. You can go for the assassination, and even if you fail the assassination, you still do damage. You can backstab if you choose to do that, or you can just attack. You have either 3 choices. Again, why would you not try to assassinate? Because even if you don't assassinate, you still do your damage.
Good point. And that's what I do.
Right.
I didn't become an assassin to whole person. I mean, there's a lot of good choices. I like the whole person.
Right.
That's a good one, too. So what are people selecting?
Well, people are putting, one has 8, one has 1. Yeah.
Okay.
That doubles up. Okay. So I don't know. People are still guessing.
Because the patrol may come by. I don't want to. 7 was wait for the soldier to leave. I'd be concerned the patrol will come back. I don't know how often the patrol comes around.
Right.
You know?
Well, and eventually they're going to find him. And I think the goal is right. We're supposed to kill the guy, aren't we? What is our mission? Kill the general, right?
No. Oh wait, isn't it?
Overthrow.
Okay, hang on. Is it?
Or free the princess?
Is it to get Mabel? A group of loyalists want you to infiltrate the palace, rescue Queen Mabel.
Yeah.
Oh, and scout out the enemy's defenses so they can mount a counterattack. Boy, I'm glad you brought up like what are our orders? I was forgetting about the orders. So it is 3. Get in the palace, obviously. Rescue her at the same time. Scout out.
Right.
Because they want to
they're going to attack.
Come back.
Right.
And win. And if they do, so we'll be in it's like that story of this guy who was in prison recently, and during one of these tornadoes or whatever in Oklahoma, he saved people. He was on a work release program, and they said, well, we want to now get you released early. The sheriff did. He said, no, I want to serve my time. But now he's a hero. People are buying him cars. That's what we're like.
Oh, right.
So we're like the bad half-orc, but we're going to help out Mabel.
Right.
But we're lawful evil. We worship Bagtrue.
Yeah.
It's a complicated
This is a complicated character. He's got full of layers. He's like an onion.
He is.
Like Shrek.
All right. Are we ready to go?
Well, yeah. What are you picking?
Oh, I'm picking. Oh, assassinate number 3. Again, it's like ordering food at a Chinese restaurant. I'll take number C3, please.
I'm dead anyway. I really want to pick either. I really want to pick.
Play it straight.
Well, if I'm going to play it straight, I'm going to wait for the guard to leave 7.
I'm concerned the patrol's coming around.
Well, I'm concerned if we attack him and he dies, then they're going to be like, what do you do with the dead body? So
that is true. Why would I kill this guy?
Right. Well, I don't care about him.
The palace is right there.
Well, I want to get past him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's my idea.
Why fight? You don't have to. I like that.
All right. Let's do it.
Okay. Number 1. What was number 1? Backstab.
1 is backstab.
Did anyone pick number 1?
Yes.
Okay. You quickly dispatch the soldier and drag him into the alleyway. Add badge to inventory.
Right, you have a badge. Okay.
Oh, you mean we got... Oh. Boy, Rob Ritchie's good.
Well,
we noticed from his wearing the uniform of the enemy. You can put on the uniform of the... You can put on his uniform now.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, this is... The
problem
smart. Is I've done so many of those other ones, those Canadian versions, that this is... I don't know how to play this one.
You were assuming it was bad. You call lightning?
Exactly. It's called lightning again.
It's
entangle on a city street.
Was it heat battle? What was that one? They raised temperature.
Raised temperature. Yeah, control temperature.
Control temperature.
Control temperature.
Okay.
Don't get me started. 2 is attack sword. I don't think anyone picked that.
Okay. Well, number 2, if you had done that, it would have been the sergeant calls for the patrol. You take 10 points of damage in the resulting melee. Add badge to inventory. Okay.
That's pretty good to kill a whole patrol. It only
well, you are 4/7.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, they're like 0 level or something, aren't they? Or what, first level. All right, assassinate. This was me. While you're formulating your plan, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
The sergeant spots you. Take 8 points of damage in the resulting melee. Before you flee?
Oh.
I didn't even kill... Wait, so the whole thing comes and you kill them all and get the uniform.
Right.
If that's what he means by badge.
Yeah.
I try to assassinate.
Try to do what you do.
I'm caught and I run. Okay.
I think that's funny.
That's fine.
All right, 4. Throw a dagger. I did that for you.
Attack with sword.
No, attack with dagger, then attack. Throw dagger, then attack with sword.
Take 6 points of damage in the resulting melee. Add badge to inventory. So right now, I'm the only losing one. I tried to assassinate.
But I'm dead, so.
5 was
Throw a
dagger.
dagger and run away.
You quickly run past the wounded sergeant. Lose your dagger. Wait, run away?
You just ran away with a dagger.
Okay, whatever. Hold person, then attack with sword.
Yeah, number 6.
Same as C1. Quickly dispatch.
Yeah,
that was a good one. 7, wait for the soldier to leave.
That's what I picked.
The sergeant eventually leaves. Proceed with your mission.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't do so well on this one. 8, cast silence, 15-foot radius, attack with sword. Same as C1. It's all good. 9, poison. Same as C2. Sergeant calls for patrol. 10 points. But you win. You kill everybody. 10, cast protection from good. Then attack with sword. Same as C2. Oh, wait. Spell failure. Same as C2.
Oh, it doesn't work. You can't cast it.
Oh, I guess it's spell failure.
Yeah, because your wisdom's 9.
Well, it's only 15%. It's a 15% chance.
Well, apparently it failed.
Okay. All right. There it is. So
there
I
you go.
was
Keep
the
track.
loser in that one.
Keep track.
This is unlike the last one we did because there weren't, half of them were not instant death.
Right.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, no one died this time. The first time I'm like, oh, okay, I get captured.
Yeah.
I'm dead? Wow, that kind of sucks, but
Yeah.
that was rough. Okay, well, again, if you get Flipping and Turning 7, try not to read too far ahead because Dan and I will be going over this. No cheating. No take backs. What are you looking at?
What do you know what I'm looking at? What am I looking at?
The Assassin's thing.
Of course I'm looking at the Assassin's table. Did it say? I guess I have to formulate a plan. Well, James, we're supposed to learn, aren't we?
Sure.
Aren't we supposed to learn?
We are.
Where does it? There's assassins. Where's the assassin table? Oh, I'm on pickpocketing.
No, the assassin table for percentages in the DMG.
Oh,
the
you're
money
right.
you get paid is in the player's handbook.
Oh, you're right. So I don't even know. Wow. So in the old days, you wouldn't even know.
No,
they just roll behind the screen and they tell you
yeah.
whether it
I
happened
think
or
we
not.
had some of the tables. It's pretty early in the book. It's like in the 20s.
Is it? It's not.
Oh no, you're right. That part's
Is it combat?
There it is, right there.
Yeah, all right.
I'm sorry.
The percentage shown is that for success, instant death under near optimum conditions. You may adjust slightly upwards for perfect conditions. Absolute trust, asleep and unguarded, very drunk and unguarded. So this is, I mean, this was pretty good conditions.
Right.
And I could use this table for
Correct.
this, right?
Right. What page are you on?
I'm on page 75 of the DMG.
Thank you.
Similar, you must deduct points if the intended victim is wary, takes precautions, and or is guarded. Okay, well, I feel like this is not too bad for me. If the assassination is being attempted by or on behalf of a player character, a complete plan of how the deed is to be done should be prepared. I walk up and I stick a sword in you. That's not that much of a plan, is it?
Right.
And the precaution, if any, of the target character should be compared against the plan. And there it is what you said. Weapon damage always occurs and may kill the victim even though the assassination failed. Oh, wait, do I have to roll a tape? We probably had this discussion.
You don't have to roll to hit.
Yeah, I think that's right.
It always hits. I mean, it always hits regardless. It may not kill them outright.
So if he was like, let's say he's probably like what, like a level 3?
At most.
At most, 2 to 3. And I was what, a 7?
Right.
I had a 75% chance.
Right. Now go back to the player's handbook.
I failed.
The reason this brings this up is in the player's handbook it says under assassin, if you surprise your opponent, you can assassinate them and you roughly have a 50% chance.
Oh, okay.
That's where that comes from.
All right. Yeah, okay. However, if they surprise, right, so assassins can attack on the same kind. If they surprise, oh, so that is even if I don't have a plan.
That's where that comes from.
That's awesome.
Right.
So even if I don't have a plan,
right.
If I surprise you, if you're surprised.
You use the table, basically.
That's awesome. That's We've talked about this. So you're like a 9th level dude, you're dead.
Yes. Well, it's not 50%. You have to go, now the DMG has a thing. I wouldn't make it 50%. I would use the table now.
Oh, wait. However, if they surprise, they may attack on the set. Oh, this gives roughly, right, you use the table.
Yeah.
That's right. Because roughly 50, because this is before the table.
Right.
Of immediately killing the victim. As it fails, normal damage will occur. Thus, if a poison weapon is used, the victim was also, oh, so yeah, you got a poison. So the assassin's really cool. So you want the assassin moving along.
Right.
Silently.
Well, they're 2 levels lower, so they're not great.
Got it. But so your assassin is working. So that's really nice. So he's just dispatching like the lowly bugbear, standing there guarding.
If they can get past the surprise the bugbears have, right.
No, that's right. Bugbear's not very good on that one. But so yeah, so he's just kind of like heading out there and dispatching.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is lure them back into the assassin or the assassin's ahead, assassinating people.
Yeah, they're walking down the hallway,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm around the corner. I got the string.
Right.
That troll or whatever. I'm pulling the string. He's like a cat. He's like, oh, he's following the string. And then, stick the knife in him. Yeah. What a game.
It is.
I love this game, James.
Oh, good. Do we have that? This is so first edition.
This is so first edition.
All right. Well, very good. So assassins, but again, how many evil characters are you going to have with that in your game? I guess
henchmen.
Yeah.
I'm hiring him to do this.
You're hiring a henchman to assassinate.
Lawful evil, yeah.
The Paladin, Hallmark Stealing Hearts is hiring assassins.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just going in there and getting the treasure.
Right.
Right?
Oh, okay.
The assassin's heading out in front.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Sure. All right. Well, with that, we're up to our next episode or next segment, which is, we haven't done this in a couple weeks, but we're ready to continue our Ferric and Dane Kanan's excellent Greyhawk adventure. So what's this about, Dan?
This is where we have two characters, two PCs, and their buddies, they each have a buddy, are doing a hex crawl through Greyhawk. And we randomly rolled where they would start, and they started in the area of the Sea Barrens, as you may recall. They started in the area of the Sea Barrens, and we are using PCs from a packet of the Goldenrod character sheets that I bought off of eBay a couple years ago.
Right.
These were filled in already. And one is Ferric. He is an 11th level illusionist. He's from the Valley of the Mage. And Den Kanan is a 17th level magic user, also from the Valley of the Mage. We were cast out.
Right.
We're trying to get back. We rolled for this, didn't we? We're trying to get back to. I think we're trying to prove our innocence.
We're trying to prove our innocence or retake what has been taken from us.
We were accused
of vivisection.
Right. And
Which,
we don't know.
For those who don't know, is the live cutting up of people.
Right. And we each rolled, and I don't know whether we did or not. We used the Angry Mike dice.
Right.
You know whether Den Kanan, who is your guy, whether he did it, and I know whether Ferric did it, but we don't know.
No, if each other, correct.
But in any event, we both proclaim our innocence.
Right.
And it's like a game of Clue. And we're trying to get back to the Valley of the Mage.
Yes.
Because we've been, we really don't have a plan.
We don't have a plan.
Zero.
We have zero, because we were banished to this area. We were teleported out.
With a ship.
With ships.
We were brought to an area of water.
Right, with ships.
And then banished.
That's right.
With a crew, apparently.
A large crew, and a lot of gold. So
tons of gold. And the good news is, we had some supporters. Right? We did. And your main supporter was
Ingwald.
Yes. Oh, you're right. It is a G. Is that a G? Yes, Ingwald. Sethfrith.
Right.
Sethfrith. He is from the Barrier Peaks.
He's a half veggie pygmy.
He is a half veggie
Yes,
pig.
Boss Plane. Yes, he sounds like Tattoo.
Yes, Ingwald is the son of a veggie pygmy and a female adventurer.
Exactly.
Wow, that's to be for our next Valentine's show. And my buddy is Cerdic, not Cedric. Cerdic Sinwise, whose patron deity is Confucius. And there we go. And on the last episode, we went to, I'm getting out the Greyhawk map here. We were in the Sea Barrens area, and we went to Oakenheart.
We did go to Oakenheart.
Right, Oakenheart, which is on an island in the Sea Barrens territory. And we met the 13-year-old Baroness,
Right.
Baroness of Oakenheart, and we gave fealty, loyalty, right? We were members of, right?
That's right.
Allegiance.
We sung the song. Do you remember the song?
Sea Barrens, something about high and low. Yeah, I remember it. Why was that not on, have you ever done, you don't play that one. You singing that.
I'm a Sea Baron, high and low. Whether high or whether low, I'm a Sea Baron. Member of the Sea Baron.
It's a classic. Instant classic. So, move over, Joan Jett.
That's
okay,
right.
so, and we went there, and the Sea Barons, if I recall correctly, were being summoned to war on the mainland.
Right.
And we agreed to head north to protect from incursions by the Snow Barbarians.
Yes.
While the main forces were over on the mainland fighting in this war.
Correct. Yes, we chose to go to the Solnar Ocean to patrol, to protect if the Snow Barbarians were come to assist the enemies of the Great Kingdom.
And
the Sea Barons have fealty to the Great Kingdom.
There it is. Okay.
All right.
That's where we are.
So what we asked folks to do was to come up with ideas of what this adventure was going to be like. So I have prepared a list of them, and a list being very small, so you can roll a d4.
So it's not like the D. That I had 19, I think, last time, but 17 came from one person.
Right. We have a d4.
Okay, D4. 3.
3. Okay.
Okay.
We are ready. So you are, the way this is, I'm the DM/player, and you are the player.
Yes.
And we are now going to figure out what's going on. So first thing we need to do is do the weather.
Oh, I'm glad you remembered. That's what I was reaching for. So we are heading to Dragon Magazine. There's so much stuff here, James.
Isn't it right there? Greyhawk weather? Right there. Isn't that the weather?
Oh, really? Where?
Isn't that it right there?
No.
Oh, that's Greyhawk update. I'm sorry.
No, it's in Dragon Magazine
sorry.
68, which I have here. So we're going to do the weather. So we're in the ocean. We have our boat.
That's right. We're in the Solnar Ocean.
We're in the Solnar Ocean, far away from home. And I need you. So this is from weather from the world of Greyhawk. So who's rolling for the weather? You want to roll?
I will.
Okay. So DM's option, of course, we love extreme lows. Or highs. So I need you to roll percentile dice. So I'm on page 45 of Dragon Magazine number 68.
All right, so here comes percentages.
This is to see if it's unusual weather.
35.
It is normal temperatures. Now,
I believe we said this was January.
It is January.
Or a version of January that we have.
We're sort of in, yes, this is Fireseek.
Fireseek.
Fireseek. So in Fireseek, the base temperature is 32. And how much, we're like in Memphis area, if I recall correctly. Do you remember how much plus or minus we are?
Yeah, we are 30.
Oh, okay. So we have to adjust that.
Yes.
Right?
Here's the crickets as you figure this out. Go ahead.
I have no idea. Wait, why do I have to pay this? You're the DM, dude.
Okay, well, give it to me then.
Yeah, that's awesome. Watch out, this thing's falling apart even though you gave it to me. I'm sorry. It's been moved around in my backpack too much.
No problem. Oh, here's the fancy table.
Yeah, look at that. It's got
look at that. Okay, standard. Okay, so DM's option. We did 35, which is normal.
Normal
correct?
temperature, yes.
All right, so roll D100 for conditions.
Okay. 31.
31 is partly cloudy.
Okay.
Roll percentages. See if it's raining.
80.
It is not raining.
Oh.
And to determine if it is, give me a D6.
1.
1. Okay, roll a D10.
5.
5. It is slightly warmer. It's 37 degrees base temperature.
Okay. So, it's kind of cool. But it's not that bad.
Right.
Oh, but wait, you have an adjustment because we're at the ocean.
That's correct.
So what's the adjustment?
The adjustment is -4 if it's cold current, which I think we said last time. So it's 32 degrees. It's barely above freezing.
Oh, but it's not okay. But it's not snowing. It's not raining because the last time it was a downpour.
Well, actually, it's minus. I'm saying we're at sea. We're farther. We're more than 1 hex from coast. So, what did you roll for your chance of precipitation?
I think I rolled an 80.
80. Okay. No, it's not raining, but the wind is 10 miles. Is faster than 10 miles an hour.
Okay.
And so, because of that, there's a wind chill factor. Oh God, this thing's freaking. All right. So, what is the chance of the wind? How fast is the wind going? We don't.
It doesn't. Does it? If there's
no effect. It's no effect because it's still only 10 miles an hour.
Okay.
So, but so it is effectively 21 degrees outside the wind chill.
So it's cold.
It's cold.
Okay, but it's not raining. It's not snowing.
Nope.
I like it. That's nice. Okay,
Yeah.
so some decent weather.
It's a brisk winter day out there.
Got it.
Okay, so that's.
Do I see? Is there like ice black chunks floating by?
No, I mean, you're deep in the ocean. I would say that comes from, some like the northern realms. It would have to come down. Probably in the springtime, that would be more likely.
Okay, so I assume I'm heading north. All right.
So the Lucius Newberry and Cedric's Folly are moving forward with the galley, which is unnamed, because remember
the galley that shall not be named.
The galley shall not be named. Are headed north towards towards the Solnor Ocean.
Right. I'm patrolling.
The winds are whipping across, and
I have the flag now. I've got the blue,
flag
the
of
silver fish.
That's right. You have the flag of the silverfish above your mast, and we are headed north.
Did we get uniforms?
I don't think you would got uniforms.
Shields with the crest?
Maybe I don't know. We didn't ask for any.
I don't. I mean,
we didn't ask.
All right. Well, we got the flag. We got the colors.
We don't get anything.
Okay.
So as the first part of the day is you can see the roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
So now we're rolling for encounters.
10.
You do not get an encounter in the morning. Roll another d10.
2.
Nothing at this point. In the late, as the sun is about to set at early, obviously at this part of the latitude or latitude, it's winter time, so it's early afternoon. It's starting to get dusk. You notice in the distance there are 2 vessels that appear, approximately a mile or 2 ahead of you.
So to the north, probably?
Yes, to the north, correct.
2 vessels.
Yes. That's all you can see. 2 spots are on the horizon.
Okay, well, I advance because we are here to patrol the Solnar Ocean for snow barbarians. How far have I gone, sir, in the Solnar Ocean?
I'm going to say that you are... We started from here. We've traveled about a week, so we're over here.
Oh, so you didn't close that deep area there. Got it. Okay, so about just east.
Because we were supposed to patrol this area. This was the area we were supposed to.
Okay, so so kind of like east of Carport Bay in the North Province. Got it.
Right.
Well, I am going to. I don't have. Let me see the magic user. I don't think I have any. Let me check out my. Oh, you rolled for the spells, didn't you?
I did. I have spells. What would you like to know?
Do I have anything that would mask?
No, nothing to mask. You have, for those playing at home, he has shield, detect magic times 4, levitate times 5, lightning bolt times 3, dispel magic times 3, haste blink, fire shield, charm monster times 3, confusion, cone of cold, conjure water elemental times 2, Big V's forceful hand, geese times 2, Big V's grasping hand, what is MSV? Mordenkainen's
Monster Summoning 5.
Monster Summoning 5, that's right. Symbol and Power Word Blind. Those are your spells.
Okay. All right, I'm not doing anything. I'm waiting, but I'm putting everyone on alert.
All right, you're on alert. You continue to head north. Now you're within a couple of miles, and you notice there is clearly the difference in size of the ships is quite dramatic. There's the one ship which is approximately 1/3 the size of a larger ship. The larger ship has a single sail and has many oars and is moving towards and is hurling arrows, flaming arrows at this other ship. This other ship is much smaller, and it appears to have only a ballista that's shooting back at it. The one ship is already caught some fire, the smaller ship. As you get closer, you do notice that the insignia of the longer ship, which has just basically one, it has one symbol. It has the thing of the Frost Barbarians.
Oh, so I would know this. Okay.
Yes, you would know this.
So this is like the beginning of Star Wars, basically.
Basically, it's the beginning of Star Wars, correct.
Okay, with the big ship, right.
So you see this, it appears to be, so I'm looking in the folio, page, it's number 49, so it's 5 from the right. 1, 2, it appears to have a blue circle, and it has a number of, I don't know what those things are.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but I know.
But you
so
see,
I'm smart
see it
enough
on this thing itself. Yes, we've been briefed that these are the Frost Barbarians. The other ship has an empty sail.
Okay, an empty sail. All right, and they're coming at me.
Well, you are moving towards them.
Yes.
The smaller ship is trying to get away from the longer ship, the bigger ship.
I am going to keep my distance and watch what is unfolding.
Okay.
In other words, the smaller ship seemed to be coming from it does not have any colors.
It doesn't have any
It
colors.
doesn't have the Sea Baron's colors.
Correct.
It's not my problem.
Doesn't have
I'm
any,
watching.
It doesn't have any colors.
I direct that we watch from a distance.
Okay. So as you see, the longer ship, which has basically one sail, has a number of arrows being shot at it, is shooting from it. And the other ship is now slowing down as it appears the flames and the arrows have taken its toll, and it's going to be boarded at some point.
Okay. I do nothing.
Okay.
I do nothing. I mean, I'm going to see. I'm going to let this play out.
All right. So as you see that now the smaller ship has stopped forward motion. It's basically whatever's left of the tattered, burning sail is causing it to move slightly again. The wind was keeping it going forward, but it's definitely the longer ship is catching up with it with a combination of sail and oar. And at the time, you then notice that it appears between the ships a patch of fog magically appears. Which give me an intelligence check for your one guy.
Sounds like we've got like a fog cloud here.
Yes,
6.
you would notice that this is some kind of arcane magic has appeared between the two ships.
I have a spellcaster. Okay, coming from the large one to the small one.
No, coming from the small one to the large one.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Okay, I continue to watch. I hope I'm not disappointing anybody, but this does not. I have a mission, and I don't. This does not.
Well, what
seem to
is
affect
your
the
mission?
My mission is to protect the Sea Baron's territory.
Okay.
There's no Sea Baron's color with the smaller boat.
Right.
And the larger one is clear as the Frost Barbarians. So I'm not going to let the Frost Barbarians pass through toward the Sea Baron's territory, but I don't know why I would get involved in this situation, even though
you are neutral. I mean, that's what Den Kanan is.
Well,
your guy's good.
Well, I know he's good, but that doesn't mean that he's a policeman.
Right.
I mean, I have no idea how do I know that these people didn't steal things from Frost? I know absolutely nothing.
That's right. Okay, so as you're watching from a distance, you notice. Well, how long are you going to stay watching this?
Oh, I'm watching for a while because I'm going to wait to see what these Frost Barbarians do. These Frost Barbarians, there is going to be trouble if these Frost Barbarians start heading south.
Yes.
They're going to need to turn. So I'm staying. This is what I do. I'm not going to let a Frost Barbarian. I'm not that far. The Frost Barbarians seem to be kind of far.
Yes.
From where, yeah. So I'm not happy about this. So I'm definitely going to stay and watch.
Very good. So as over the next hour, the ship is overtaken by the larger ship. And you notice this is a small cutter, basically. The long ship is during that time there appears to be a boarding action. Some combat must have ensued. And at this point, you watch the remains of the smaller ship.
As this is happening, as they're boarding, now I'm moving up.
Okay.
So I'm moving up as they're boarding. I'm looking for a time where I think maybe, and I don't know how quickly I can get there, but I'm looking for a time where they're sort of like, indisposed.
So it will take you about 30 minutes to be in range of them to start combat.
Okay, I'm gonna move into the range of combat as they start to board. I'm moving into range.
Okay, so during that time, now you're in range. You notice that the smaller ship has been heavily damaged and appears to be listing and probably will be sinking soon. There appears to be cleaning up some action. The barbarians have captured some folks and are taking people off. Now we are within combat range. So as we learned from episode 97, we are now going to leverage the Windjammer rules, which of course I'm sure you've listened to the whole episode, right, and understand the rules.
I've highlighted it and underlined it and
correct.
tabbed it. I just forgot my copy.
Right, I assume that was the case. So the good news is we're going to make this was going to be a simplified version of this. And the reason it's simplified is your ship, our ships, are frigates. So you have the ability to do some very fun things, which is our ships have a number of ballista and mangonels, which cast fire rocks at people. So the question for you is, are you going to attack?
No, not yet.
You're going to move. You're going to continue.
I'm hailing, like Star Trek.
You're hailing. Okay, well then roll a d10.
Okay. 6, and this is Ferric who is be doing this. Ferric the illusionist.
Okay, it is tied. So what are you saying?
I say, ahoy, ahoy there,
Ahoy.
Frost barbarians.
Ah,
I hope that's not an insult.
Well,
do they go by that?
I think
it says it on the map.
I think it's okay. Those who have been named Frost barbarians.
Ahoy, Frost barbarians. What business do you have in these waters, the waters of the Sea Barons? I probably don't know anything about, like, there's probably no border or international treaty.
That's right.
Okay. Frost barbarians, what are you doing so far from your homeland?
It is none of your concern, their Sea Baron thing. This action is, you have no claims to this area. Stand away or be boarded by us.
We do not desire any conflict with you, Frost barbarians. What has happened here is indeed your business. However, you shall not proceed south, so you have no business there. That is the area of the Sea Barons. And so we simply request that you return to your waters, and there shall be no harm done to you.
So as you're talking, you hear a smaller voice that's at the far end of the ship that is sinking scream at you all, I ask for relief, maritime relief. We are being assaulted by pirates. This is piracy. And you notice it's a diminutive voice coming from a female gnome, which is at the back of the ship.
The one that is going down?
Yes.
And the Frost barbarians are making no effort to save this gnome?
No, well, she has, I mean, it's hard to tell, but she's at the far end of the ship and they can't get to her because the ship has taken so much damage. They've taken what they can and now the ship is sinking.
Frost barbarians, we will try. They've taken people.
Yes.
Right?
They've taken some of the crew and some of these, what appears to be non-crew members.
Frost barbarians, we shall save the life of the person who is the gnome, who is in danger of going down. We are not engaging in any harmful attacks toward you. Do you understand?
Stand back. You have nothing to do with this. We claim this vessel. This is our seas.
You may have the vessel, but this gnome shall not die.
They have forfeited their lives by not surrendering when we gave them the chance.
Just a minute. I'll get back to you. I need to talk to this Benja Pygmy. Hey, Benja Pygmy. All right, let me listen to this. I really, so I'm talking to, wait, well, you're in this game too, sort of, right?
Yes.
You play too, so Ferric. So I'm like.
I am Ferric.
You're on the other boat, though. You are Ferric.
Yeah, you have to signal to us,
That's
basically.
Right. Hey, Frost barbarians, just don't listen for a second, okay? I mean,
perhaps maybe Den Kanan can use his crystal ball with ESP, and you can tell me what you're thinking.
There you go. I say that look, I'm not inclined to get into a fight with these. I mean, we could do this, but. I mean, this is not really our mission. I mean, this boat was not a Sea Baron's boat. they're pretty far from the land. I mean, I don't think that we were here just to kill frost barbarians, snow barbarians.
I believe the frost barbarians are aligned with the Bone March, right? Weren't we worried that the Bone March was attacking the northern province? That was the whole thing, and they were aligned with the snow barbarians.
Oh, is that true?
I don't know. You wrote The Last Adventure. That's what I remember from.
I mean, I knew that there's been incursions. I don't remember hearing anything about the frost barbarian. We did not get a list of the Axis and the Allies. Well, all right. I mean, I'm inclined. If you're inclined, you want to attack, I guess we could do that. You know? I mean, you know, so the question is, would the Sea Barons, would they attack if they ran it? They probably, I guess they probably would, right? I mean, I don't know. What do you think? You inclined to attack? You know, I mean, you know.
Well, we should kill them either way. I mean, they're...
Who's this talking?
That's...
The Vegapigmy?
The Vegapigmy, of course.
Of course.
Ingwald.
Ingwald, yeah.
Kill them all. Eat their rotting flesh.
Well, if they're not going to let us save this poor person, that doesn't seem very nice. All right. I guess we can do it. All right. What do you think? What do you think, Denkainen?
Well, I think we should try to repel them with our weapons, and then if they sail away, great. If not, we fight them.
All right. Well, yeah. All right. Let's do it. All right.
All right. So
we're going to attack. Windjammer time.
Yeah, I'm going to simplify this for you because it's more trouble than it's worth for you. So roll initiative. So you're going to put your ships in position to shoot your weapons. Roll a d10, actually.
7.
6. Oh, 8. Okay, so they realize you're moving into attack position, so they start trying to sail away.
Oh.
So headed north. They're starting to turn north. So your choices, you've declared to attack, so roll d20 a number of times.
How many times?
Let's see, you have, the ships I've determined have 6 ballista and 4 mangonels. So roll 10 times.
I rolled an 8, an 8.
And who is your other guy? He's like a 2nd level fighter?
A 9. Wait, who is?
The highest level fighter is the commander of the artillery. So on your ship,
okay.
Who's the other guy? He's like a 1st level fighter.
I gotcha. Oh, you mean my Surdic?
Yeah, Cedric. Yeah, Surdic.
Surdic.
Yeah, Surdic. That's correct.
I think that's what he was going for, don't you think? It's strange, isn't it?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Well, that's why I think they're 12.
Yeah, he's a level 1 fighter.
That's what you're attacking as. Okay, you need a 16.
Okay, well, all right. So I'm rolling 10 times and trying to get a 16.
Yep.
Well, I'm 0 for 3. I rolled a 1. Do I fumble and sink my boat?
There's no fumbling.
Okay. A 7. It's 5.
19 is a hit. Good.
No, 1. 13. What did I need?
20. No, you need 19. You need 16. I'm sorry.
Okay.
16.
7. I'm 1 for 7.
16.
1 for 8. 1 for 9. I'm 1 for 10.
Now Igwald attacks. He's a 5th level, so he needs an 11.
10 as well?
Yes.
0 for 1. 0 for 2. 0 for 3.
That's
1 for 4.
Yep.
1 for 5. 1 for 6. 1 for 7. 1 for 8.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, is that double damage?
No, it doesn't do it.
2 for 9. 2 for 10.
All right, so
it's 1 and 2.
All right, so you get to roll a couple of times on the fire table. So I need to go to DMG 54 for fire damage.
Okay.
This is why you don't do this in your game.
Oh, I would not have. Yeah, no, I would have had them flee immediately. Here, take the boat.
All right, roll 3d6.
Okay. I'm totaling these together.
Yep, that's right. 11. Moderate damage, okay, and then roll 3d6 again.
3, 5, 7.
7. Okay, so you did it, and roll a d6.
2.
2. Okay, so you did a total of 5 points of damage, and roll 5d4.
5 points of damage? That whole boat?
Yes, 5 points of damage to it.
And rolling a d4.
Actually, it was 6 with the ballista hit. So 6. And roll 64.
60, okay. 2, 3, 6, 8, 11, 12.
12 points. Okay, so 12 of the crew fall off.
Oh, nice.
They either
Wow.
fall off or were killed.
What did I
from-
hit him with?
Well, you hit him with one ballista shot and two basically launches of fire lit boulders hit it, causing collateral damage through that.
Ah.
The other ship is trying to move away. Unfortunately for them, your ship is faster. Our ship with sail is slightly faster than theirs. So eventually, you're going to in the next combat. Okay, now I know what they're going to do.
Okay.
Roll initiative. Roll initiative. Roll D10. Sorry.
Oh, D10. Sorry. 1.
A 1 simultaneous. So you notice they're coming around to attack you. So you can shoot your weapons again.
So I'm rolling 10.
10. I'll roll for my guy just to get this done faster. How's that? 1 hit. Miss. Miss. Now these are the mangonolds. Okay, 1 manganold and 1 thing hit. So total of 2 points. So yeah.
I was 2 in the first one. What did I need in the first one? 13?
Yes.
And what did I need in the second one?
I just did the second.
Oh, you did second.
So
Yeah, I did 2.
2? Okay. All right, so roll 3d4. Because we're going to try to move this forward.
10.
All right, 10. All right, so 50. So now there's 58 of them. And in the meantime, now that we're in range, Den Kanan is going to shoot a lightning bolt at the.
Nice. Yes, do it, Den Kanan.
Start it from the rear, from the rear of the ship back, because he's trying to avoid killing the other people.
That's true. Don't kill the crew. Collateral damage.
Well, not the crew, the prisoners.
Yeah, I mean the prisoners. Yeah.
All right, so roll 17d6.
Ooh, I should cast Phantasmal Killer.
Yeah, you could.
I'm casting Phantasmal Killer. I
That'd
don't even
be
know
for
what it
next
is.
round. I know, it sounds great.
Oh. 10. How many? 10 of these?
Yeah, roll that 5 more times.
Oh.
4 more times.
Okay, so that's 6.
Because he's a 17th level magic user.
15. 29. 42.
42, okay. 42, and that does that. All right. So I'm going to make a general saving throw for them in groups of 5. So about 30 of them, you see this lightning bolt streak across through the front of the bow all the way towards the back, and a number of them fall off, burning and electrified in horror.
Yeah, I guess when you're a 17th level magic, you're going to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right. So, and now their ship is on fire. Their ship is on fire. The mast is burning, and it's sort of slowing down because it's the people who were rowing. Most of them have been killed as well.
How are we going to save the crew? I mean, not the crew. How are we going to save the 4 captives? Oh wait, what about that boat that's going down? Is that gnome drowning?
Well, it's about to fall into. She's about to fall into the water. So
Well, don't we have like a dinghy or something like that?
we have. Well, I know one of
We
my
do.
guys has. Remember what he has?
Yes. What do you have? You're done Canaan.
Yes, I have something that's useful.
You do. You have a bag of holding. Oh, you have an Efreet bottle.
Yes, that and something else.
Hold on. Well, it's your character, so I don't know why you
Portable
you
boat.
do it.
I have a folding
awesome.
boat.
Oh, awesome.
All right, so some of them are going to get into the folding boat?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can order them to do that too. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, I do have to roll for some of the prisoners now, since I did use a lightning bolt on that, because I guess I don't care about
Hey, look at
prisoners.
this. I have a +1 dagger, +2 larger than man size.
Oh, there you go.
Goes the other way.
All right. Okay. So, okay, he did not survive.
I should have been a rod of rulership. I don't know what it is, but it sounds good.
He did not survive. He survived, barely. Okay. All right, so make a long story short, the enemy ship, the Frost Barbarian ship, starts slowing down because it's now on fire. Many of its people have been burned and electrocuted beyond belief. You take a number of the crew take the folding boat and reclaim the gnome just as the ship is falling into the water. They pick her like a rat out of the water, and our crew of 150 people, we quickly subdue and Unfortunately, the lightning bolt has killed all the leaders of the captain and the lane crew. And there's probably a dozen or so oarsmen and sailors that have been captured. And you notice there are. Oh, I do need to make a save for this guy. I don't know if he's safe. Let's see. Don't look.
Oh, what's this? Is he a minotaur? Does he have horns?
That's right. Does he have? That's right. Does he have horns?
Is he like a skeleton, like a bone devil looking dude?
No.
Is he a big blob with eyes?
Yes, that's right. You see a giant blob with eyes.
Did you look?
Yeah, that's exactly what you see. Let's see if he survived this. I'm going to give, what did I roll, 13? That's pretty good for a saving throw. All right. Where is it? Come on. Oh, I'm sorry. And we're flipping, and we're turning, and we're flipping, and we're turning, and we're flipping, and we're turning. Saving throw versus spell. Oh, that's too bad for him. So you notice on the ship, again, there's a handful of people who've survived. 12 or so of the oarsmen in that. You also see this very amorphous creature that's been fried and electrocuted. Like it's humanoid shape, but is completely devoid of any features.
I say
Smoldering.
to one of the surviving crew members, "What was that?"
He could. I don't know. We got him from the other ship. It just and you know.
Oh, they got him from the other ship?
Yeah, he was one of the crew. It was something from the other crew. I don't know. He was some sailor, and I don't know. You hit that. Whatever you did to us.
Gnome. I say to the gnome, "Gnome, what was that creature?"
I don't have any idea. She was on the. They were on the crew. We were trying to get to Ratic. That's where we were headed towards when we were waylaid by the snow barbarians. Thank you for saving us.
Where's Ratic?
Here.
Oh, Ratic. Oh, okay. So how many people are? So how many are left? So,
So-
their ship is their ship. Both ships are done.
The other ship is on fire and eventually.
and the other one
sank.
is sank.
Right.
The
The
gnome
other one, the gnome ship is sank. So there is there is the gnome.
Right.
There is where's the rogues gallery? Rogues gallery. Here it is. There is a human. There are three humans. There's three humans. I'm sorry, two humans and the gnome who've survived.
Two humans and a gnome
have survived. The gnome you picked off and two others, and they are, and they appear to be pilgrims. The other two people.
Who are you pilgrims of? Who do you worship?
How dare you ask that?
That is rude. We have saved your lives.
And thank you for that.
Was that wrong? What's your alignment? I started speaking alignment tongue to them. Okay, so what was your business? What was your business in Ratic? There are many spies in these waters. We patrol these waters. We are members of the Sea Barons.
Ah, well.
We patrol these waters to protect them. You are in their waters. We are entitled to know what your business is here.
Well, then you should know that the Principality of Ratic is sworn allegiance to the Northern Province and the Great Kingdom. So we are both allies. You've saved the rightful folks, travelers from there. So thank you for this.
You are from Ratic, or you are heading to Ratic?
We are headed towards Ratic. We have business there.
Very well. Very well.
So we ask that you take us to Ratic, so we can finish our business there.
We will take you to Ratic.
Clearly, the Lord Baron of Ratic, his valorous prominence will appreciate your assistance.
We will take you to Ratic. Is it important business that you have?
We think it's extremely important. Something we need to communicate right to the Baron himself.
I understand. I apologize for prying into your important and secret business.
Well, it's not secret. It's just not for you to know.
That's what I call secret. We will take. We will take you to the port town of Marner, the capital of Ratic.
Yes, as you know, this area, Ratic has been the bulwark against those in the Bone March has been, and it can barely survive the incursions of the humanoid tribes there. And so our mission potentially could assist them.
This isn't. Well, of course we know this. It's not like we simply were transported, say, from the Valley of the Mage or something. That would be ridiculous. Of course we know all about the inner workings of the geopolitical issues in this region.
Yes, if our mission is successful, this could finally break the stalemate and allow the Northern Province and Ratic to end the humanoid incursion of Bone March and eventually free it back to its and restore a ruler that has not been there for generations.
We shall go to Ratic. All right, we're off to Ratic.
That's right. So next time we're going to go to Ratic to the give me a wisdom check for all 4 characters.
Okay. So we're going to start with Surdik, has a wisdom of 13, a 2. Oh, he nailed it. Denkainen, 9. Denkainen nails it. Look, my guys are going to be the only ones not to make it. Ferric has a wisdom of 8. Well, that's fair. He fails. And Ingwald's your guy, right?
Yeah, Ingwald's the other.
Ingwald. Everyone makes it but me, Ferric.
All
3 out of the 4
the ones who. So during the travels towards the sea, it's going to take a few days to get there. You obviously scuttle both ships. You collect some supplies, spears, these other things. There's some amount of gold that you hand out to the troops because you have 1 million gold. We have 1 million gold pieces or something like that. You notice that during the conversations, you have dinner with these 3 folks, and you notice the one pilgrim refers to another pilgrim as a nephew. Occasionally, they'll be talking. He says, "Yes, my dear nephew," and the other one, when the other 2, referred to the gnome as a cousin.
Got it. Okay. All right.
Which was, they don't seem related. Well, obviously, one's a gnome and 2 are humans.
Right.
So you don't know why that is.
Okay. All right.
So for next time, we will be headed to the town. It'll be your turn to figure out what happens at the town.
At the town, right. So people come up with ideas, right, and post them on the Discord, at the Discord channel for the Ferric and Denkainen adventure, and their excellent adventure. We're headed to Marner. So come up with ideas on what would happen either on our way or upon our arrival at Marner in Ratic.
Right.
Okay.
Now, to kind of, because I think it'll be helpful for people to know what's happened.
Yes.
So this one was the one that you selected, one was rolled, was that actually these folks are spies from the Scarlet Brotherhood.
Oh.
And they're looking for something there. I'll leave it at that. It's in the Discord for people who are out there. So you can leverage that, what's going to happen. But they are from the Scarlet Brotherhood. And there was supposed to be a doppelganger that was supposed to come onto the ship and take over for one of our crew members. But of course he got fried during the encounter.
And do we get to know who is the Rogues Gallery?
So for people who want to play at home, one of the guys is he is number 25, 26 of the monk.
Oh, so he's not like
no, he's not
Errol Otis's character.
No. He's not.
or what Ernie or he's not what Tensor.
Yeah, he's not Tensor. Yeah, he's not
Robe. What's the
Big B.
Robillard.
He's not Big B or Robillard. Right. He's not Eric's cousin.
Drawjam.
Grimslade.
Oh, because you were looking that up, I'm like, whoa, is this Ernie guy? Is this like his barbarian character or something?
Let's see, Ernie's character. Well, Ernie's was Eric's cousin. That was one of them. and or it's not Citadel Drundar Northman, who's Gene Wells' character. So yes, so that's what you know.
So who are they? So they're just number.
Oh, one is number 2526 in the thief table. One is number 92 in the assassin's table, and one is I rolled 00 twice.
Oh.
So that is a multi-class character, and I rolled a thief illusionist.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
That's what you have.
Got it. So they're not any specific persona. They're just those are the character
Well,
classes.
I made names for them, and so they are coming from the Scarlet Brotherhood, and they have a purpose to go there, which is in the Discord.
Got it.
This way you don't know. But then they'll put up new ones, and we'll see what happens.
Well, that's right, and I'll know, and I'll just take it. And obviously, we're going to have to know.
Right, a little bit.
Because we each run.
Right.
Because I got to look at the Discord.
But the idea is, the story is a little bit interesting. It's the story / understanding the worlds.
Right. Okay.
Very good. How'd that work?
That worked great. Thank you very much.
That was good, I
Very
thought.
nice.
All right, so we are done with that. So now I think we're basically done, which is great.
We are.
Can we roll a D10?
Unless you wanted real quick, if you wanted to, I forgot to do the St. Patrick's Day.
We had the jokes. Did you want to mention something about the guy who wrote this? Didn't you?
Oh, yeah. So this was Phil Foglio.
Right.
Phil Foglio did the cartoon at the back of Dragon Magazine that you remembered. I had not remembered it. And I can't remember what the name it was.
Yeah, Pixie, and I call it Pixie and Glade, but it was...
yeah, it was the What's...
Yeah, what's new? What's up or something? What's new?
It's covered, of course. But it was in the back, it was Dixie,
yeah.
and Phil.
Dixie and Phil, that's right.
Right, so he wrote, Phil Foglio, so that's who
He's
did.
the guy who did the March art thing. And so even though this is a couple of days after St. Patrick's Day, we have some jokes from our dear friend Bob.
Right. My pet Zorn isn't talking to me. I've been feeding it what I thought was quality ore. Turns out to be sham rocks.
Oh. Okay, that was good.
I followed the end of the rainbow and found the pot of gold, except the only thing in the pot was copper. And then I realized I'd fallen for the classic leper con.
That was good. That's right up with. So if you want,
but wait,
that
there's
more.
more.
Oh, there's more.
Are we losing people?
No, not yet.
I haven't read this one, so I don't know what's going on with this one. A group of halflings were arguing in a bar. They wanted to teach a local politician a lesson, so they had planned to tar and feather him. They found out there was no charge to be had in all the land. As one of the halflings' wives came to the bar to drag him out, she said, "That's easy. Just use Guinness instead. Tastes like tar to me."
Okay.
Should I stop?
There's more? Oh, wow.
I don't know. Okay. Me. Did you hear? The cultists found out that all their magic items were gone. They had each had a staff of the adder, but the local priest had driven all the snakes away. Paladin. No, how did they react? Me. Oh, they were irate, for sure.
Ire is something.
IRE
yeah,
or Ireland.
Right.
They were ire.
That's right.
Rate. I'm pretty sure he didn't make those. I mean,
No.
you don't think he made those up, do you? That's it. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you for that. You can roll a D10 now.
I think it just reduced this roll
That's right.
by 2.
But,
we
yeah.
were like a 7. It's going to be like a 5.
Yeah. Now it's, God only knows what it's going to be. 10!
What?
The jokes pushed us over the edge.
People like that. They love the jokes.
Yay, cheering crowd.
What's wrong with us? We have no sense of humor.
We don't. We're not as funny as them. Well, there we go. So tune in next time for the exciting adventure of Ferric and Den Kanan's Excellent Adventure. And for Grog Talk, I'm James.
And I'm Ferric.
You're Ferric. And we'll see you next time on Grog Talk. Take care.
Grog Talk was taped in front of a live studio audience.
We don't got no dragonborn in Hamlet. A dwarven magic use you won't see. Clerics must have deities to worship, as written in the holy DMG. We like delving dungeons and loot. Every orc is evil through and through, and we don't stay our hands and spare their children like the 5e hippies in the game stores do. And I'm proud to be a first edition Grognard, living by the dice and Gare's decrees. But we fear only level drain and poison, and DM smiling wide behind the screen. We don't play heroes with long backstories. We fight for our lives to get XP, and there's nothing better than tell the glory of that one time we survived to level 3. And I'm proud to be a first edition Grognard, living by the dice and Gare's decrees. We fear only level drain and poison, and DM smiling wide behind the screen, and DM smiling wide behind the screen. We love first edition AD&D.